And we're doing it live.
Welcome to the GRG podcast, where we talk about the latest in gaming news, hot topics, and more.
Let's go! With
guests Lady Infamous, Delilah HD, 108 Dragons TV, Triple Cup Chuck, Live Wires Gaming, Blood Knuckles, 100, Kaleidoscope, and your host, K Mega 405. The GRG podcast
starts right now.
What's up, everybody? The GRG podcast is here. We doing it live, baby. And if it's too loud, please let me know, because I had to, because there was a lot of people saying that it was a little bit too loud. I mean, it wasn't loud enough. So just let me know in the comment section. But anyway, man, we are here. We're a little short, but the rest of the guys are going to be coming through. As you can see, I got the icons here, man. So it is all good. Big shout out to my man, Thomas Franks. He hit me up and he was saying him and his lovely wife was going to listen to the show. She wanted to listen to some chilled out podcasts. And yes, there's a lot of other podcasts out there, some more popular than this one. But the fact of it is, there's none more chill than GRG. That is an absolute fact. So anyway, let's get to it, and let's get on to the bums, because the ladies ain't here tonight, of course. And so we're gonna go start off with my main man, 199 cents, 99 pesos.
What's up, y'all? Y'all already know I am 100. They can call me 99 cents, 60, 50 cent, 25 cent. But you know I was gonna keep it 100. Let's go.
That's right. That's right. That's what's up. Anyway, move on. We got my main man, Livewire on time. Our Donald Trump. What's up with you, man? What's going on? What you doing, man? You turned over a new leaf now since you came over from seeing your homeboy Kim Jong Il out there at in what is it, South or North Korea? I think it's North Korea.
Nah, man. Look, he hurt me. He cut me deep.
Nah, bro.
He said he didn't want to fuck with me no more, and said, fuck that, we still blowing shit up. But, you know what? I don't give up on nothing. So we'll be back. Negotiations ain't over till I say they over. Know what I mean? That's how I feel it.
All right, cool. That's all right. You keep it going. Keep a positive vibe. That's what you need to do in 2019. Keep a positive vibe. Anyway, absolutely, man, and then, man, we moving on, man, until, Young Baby Bot comes on, and Operations, the Rookie of the Year. We got my man 108 Dragons TV over here showing vlogs, cooking steak and shrooms. What's up with you, bro?
Those are the mushrooms that take you to Valhalla.
Oh, you're going to talk to me.
I'm excited to be here every Friday, 9:30. You know how I do. Can't wait to jump into these topics, people. Welcome.
Yes, no doubt. Anyway, man, thanks for the people that's rocking up with us right now, man. Really appreciate it. So let's get on to it. Talk about right now something that hasn't got a lot of news. This game has not got a lot of traction. And it's really weird because it got a lot of hype at E3, but then it just kind of died down after that. We did go and we seen Overkill's The Walking Dead game. It looked really promising from the trailer. We did get to see some gameplay out there. There was quite a few people that was playing it, not the regular people. It was more media that was out there, had an opportunity to get a chance to play it. But it looked like something in between, from what I stood there and watched, was from Dying Light. And I don't know, I just had that kind of vibe to it. It was in first person, and graphically it didn't look outstanding, but it was still early at the time. But obviously it went through some kind of turmoil, and then the game has got canceled. And the sad thing about it is, like I said, it hasn't got a lot of hype, and especially in 2019, you got to come with it. There's been so many games that's come out here, so they just basically had to do something with it. So I'm going to go to you, 100. Was you even interested in that game? And give me an explanation of why you think that they had to close down shop.
Hey,
oh man.
Oh yeah, what up?
Hey, you know we're not live, right?
We are live.
We are live.
Because
watching it right now.
We're we're live.
I'm watching it on my phone now.
I don't see it live.
Yeah.
Because
you got the glasses on? Can you see?
Come on, man.
No, I'm on the video, and I'm just like, it still says it's.
Yo, pay your bill. We live. Let's go.
We are live. I'm looking at people talk.
I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I don't know what's going on then.
What's up with you?
He got Dead or Alive playing right now. I can see it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man! I don't know what's going on over here because it's not showing anything. I was just like, wait, what
I'm talking through my gameplay. You still talking?
Did you go? Are you going through the stream or are you going through? Events? If not, you can check it on Mixer. You can check it on Twitter. You can check it on also Streamcast. So yeah. So go ahead. And it should be on Facebook.
Gotta pay the bills.
Oh, you got to pay the bills for me because I can't see that.
Man, what an intro. This comes from my man Thomas Franks, the ultimate supporter. And we're here, bro, ready to do it live. GRG, what's good? Kings, queens, me and the wifey is here to support the cast. Pastor 100, Motown 108, and K-Mega 405, and the rest of the crew. Facts. I'm talking about Thomas Franks. Hope you got that popcorn with a lot of butter. Woo!
Indeed. While the missus is listening, that's what I'm talking about. More women it needs to be included into the GRG podcast. Listening, and also, like I said, before I even got started, everybody get your adult beverages up. Enjoy, and for you young ones out there, go get that glass of milk. You know what I'm saying? The milk does a body good. So anyway. Welcome, Baby Bot. What's going on with you? We was just getting started. We was talking about the Overkill game that got canceled. I was just asking 100 what was his thoughts about it. I'll come to you next. But go ahead, 100. Go ahead and finish and let me know what you think of the reasoning why and did it even have a chance in the first place?
I think I actually forgot about it. It kept on talking about it, and I just think that some of these companies, especially these small developers, they got to know when to fold them. And it was probably be a financial. Nobody want to go on the red, so at least they can maybe got some money that they can go start another project. That Walking Dead license is expensive, also. Anytime you get something like that, it's expensive. It's not like they was making it, calling it something different. So that's how I just feel about it. Like, man, it was. You got to when I play poker so much, you got to know when to fold them.
Yeah. Thanks for the follow, Hyperbot. No, that's not. I'm sorry, that's my Hyperbot that sent me the message. FlyZay55, man, really appreciate the follow on Mixer. As I said, you can check us out on Mixer, Streamcast. It should be on Facebook. I don't know yet. I have to look and check that out. But also we on YouTube and on Twitch. So. Yeah, we trying to get out there, man. We trying to get the GRG podcast out there and do it live everywhere. But anyway, yeah, no, I totally agree with that. What was your thoughts about it? I'll come to you last, Knuckles. I'll come to you last since you came in last. I'm gonna go to you, Livewire. What is your thoughts about this situation with Overkill, this Overkill game?
I mean, it's sad, but to be honest, it wasn't really on my radar per se. From what I saw of the game, I wasn't terribly interested in it. And, and with the Dying Light 2 coming out soon, it's just like, if it's not on that level, then it's kind of hard for me to justify. Really, like, I think they just took the wrong approach. From what I saw, it had nothing to do with The Walking Dead as far as the actual show. So if you're not going to go that route, then you got to have, like, a story that looks interesting, but, like, the little trailers they had looked hot, but when you look at the gameplay, it didn't like translate over, or at least from what I saw. So the interest wasn't really there.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. The trailers looked fantastic. They looked real good. I don't know. It didn't grab me either. Well, so what do you think about this? 108. I mean, was this a game that was on your radar? We was there. I mean, did you get a chance to see it?
Yes.
I don't know.
Not only did I can't get a chance to see it, I played the damn beta back in September, October. And I'm a Walking Dead fan, but that game was shallow. It was It was supposed to be more like a. It's not supposed to be from the show. It was supposed to be in the universe, you know, in that format. But it wasn't fun. It's like the trailer was everything. The game didn't play like that. You had 3 other teammates on the co-op situation, but you know, it looked like it was promising. To see that it was canceled, I could see why, but it was still early. But you know, it wasn't nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I don't know. It just too many games. Now, hopefully, now they said it's canceled. It's done. Finito. Curtains is gone. But I mean, and then also the financial backing and it's just, you know, it went through development hell a little bit. So again, it's one of those things where if it just shows you how hard it is to get a game to go, especially if it's a new IP. And if it's not getting enough traction, then, you know, some of these guys might be dead in the water. So it's unfortunate that this game is canned, but you know, hopefully they can get back and start doing something else. If not, then they just might. I mean, it's just sad because it wouldn't have been a game that I would have got day one. It, like I said, like everybody else has been saying, the trailers is absolutely fantastic. But again, you can only go so far with a trailer. If you want to watch really hot trailers, you just might as well go see a movie. You see what I'm saying? So it's
Mega.
Yeah.
What a question, man.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Question is, look, this game has been rumored to come out for I don't know how many, maybe like
5 years.
2-3 years. Oh, it was 5 years. That was the last one.
It was announced about a year after Payday 2 launched back in 2014.
Interesting. All right, so it's a while ago. And it didn't come out. Got canceled. Man, this reminds me of Scalebound, dog.
Oh, don't bring up that. Don't bring that name
I'm
to me.
just saying, it
Don't
reminds me
bring that
of
name
Scalebound.
up to me.
It's a game that was said to come out. Now, my whole thing is, good thing it wasn't a Microsoft game, because you know, nobody cares because Microsoft ain't make it, and that's pretty much it. If Sony canceled it, they were like, well, it was terrible, so whatever. The same thing for Nintendo, but anything Microsoft canceled, it's like, oh my god, that was the one game I was going to play. Now I'm not going to get an Xbox.
Well, that's pretty much true. That's true. But I mean, regardless, it's a different type of situation in regards to a third party compared to any first party game, or that matter for even Xbox. You know, we all know that. We'll get into some more discussions about Xbox and some of their bold moves here a little bit later. But Knuckles, go ahead and hit me up, man. Let me know what you thought about the game. I know I'm pretty sure that you had a chance to get to see it at E3. But what do you think about this whole situation about the game being shut down,
dude? Okay, so I'm gonna be a little bit more brutally honest on this, right?
Oh, you gonna be messy on a game that's dead? Come on now.
Yes, absolutely, because there's a reason it's dead, right?
Here's the thing.
No, we ain't going that messy. But it's gonna be messy. Here's the thing. What they had intended and what Overkill was wanting to do with it when they were granted the license to use that from Robert Kirkman as well as from Skybound to use the Walking Dead license was a great thing. This was at the height of Payday 2, which did not succeed on consoles at all. Their market was always around PC because that's where they were putting out the most aspect. But the thing is, they were also running into a lot of issues with how they were trying to continue to update Payday 2. They continued to break it with every update, with every new expansion, everything. They were very running into the issue of only going after money, but they kept falling behind on that support for anywhere else. Then we saw that they turned around and did the big score update and everything, and then remade Payday 2 for the next-gen consoles, right? And it still came out broken as shit. Overkill did not have any idea on what the hell they were trying to do. When they first talked about it, they said, "Oh, we're gonna tell this great 4-player story set in the last the Walking Dead universe, set in DC. You're gonna be following a group of survivors, all this stuff." They didn't do that. They didn't show anything that was worthwhile. The gameplay looked no different than any other first-person zombie survival game out there. It looked like it was trying to copy the Left 4 Dead mixed with trying to do whatever made Dying Light better, they had no idea what the hell they were trying to achieve, and that wouldn't have worked either way, especially with the fact that it was grounded in the Walking Dead reality. All right, yes, you have characters that, you know, are a little more eccentric. If you look at Negan and what's his name, Isaiah, I think that's the guy who has the tiger, whatever his name is, they could do that. Yeah, Ezekiel, there it is. Yeah, but what they wanted to do, they had no idea. That game kept getting pushed back, kept going on breaks during development because of the fact that they were having to fight back and forth between everything that was going on with Starbreeze before that ended, and they went fully independent, and then what was going on with 505 Games. They had no idea what they were doing. They didn't have solid funding for what they were doing. They were already having issues with keeping Payday going on the PC. As many updates as it has, that's their only revenue source because of the fact that they left behind every other aspect that they put that game out for. Overkill, while I like those guys, the devs and some of the personalities there are all talented. They have great talent. They really do, especially musicians. However, when it comes to what projects they're working on, they have no damn clue on what the hell they're doing or where to put it.
Well, you said that with emphasis. You slammed on the desk.
Yeah.
What's up, X-Bot? You know what I'm saying? We here, man. He said, what's going on, people? Baby Bot's in here going on his rant, beating on tables. Go ahead. What's up, Philosopher Doom? Hold on. I'm going to let you finish. I'm sorry, but I was just over here getting a shout out. Mirror X, he just said something. What's up? Welcome to the GRG podcast. He said, Atlas just released 2 surveys recently. I did both, the Japanese and the US English, and chose only Xbox. I'm not going to say that. I know that's that's before Persona came out. What is Shin Megami Tensei, whatever.
Shin Megami Tensei.
Yes, thank you. That's my translator in talking about everything Japanese. And Persona deserves to be on the Xbox. I can't support Sony PlayStation anymore. Now look,
all those franchises deserve to come over. Shin Megami Tensei, Persona, Catherine, especially right now, with their big new one, as well as Warstar. All those games need to come over. Atlas needs to bring those games over.
Yeah, no, they would sell. I mean, look, Persona with Persona, people would be enjoying the penis demon. They would like it. They would like Persona.
Whoa! You're telling me people are gonna like penis?
No, I didn't say that. I said that they would enjoy to play and fight and kill the penis demon. That's what they would like to do. I mean, that's the thing.
You really think so?
Yeah,
Japanese games ain't been selling on Xbox.
I think that Kingdom Hearts did fantastic on Xbox.
That's Kingdom because it's Disney.
That's a no-brainer.
Disney.
Okay, but
that's just like Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Hey, what about what? That still doesn't explain the success of Monster Hunter World.
What's up, Sir X-Man? And King.
That's a rarity. That's a rarity.
That's a rare situation.
And Nier did really well on the Xbox too. I wouldn't say that phenomenal. It don't matter. It don't matter. It still can come out.
You just love Japanese games. Just say that. Everybody don't.
I love Japanese games too.
I love it. I play them.
Okay,
I play Final Fantasies. I'm not against it, but I'm talking about the whole outlook of the community. If you're gonna bring it, you're gonna use your talent, and you're gonna make it for another console. Give us another bang for your buck. Give me all the DLC for free when I buy this.
No, but a lot of these
don't give me no base game because I have to wait.
A lot of these games don't have a lot of DLC. I mean, now Persona has some DLC, but listen, I just think.
Here's the thing: DLC for Japanese games aren't ever DLC. They rarely do expansions. What they believe in DLC is literally all cosmetics. Japanese devs and gamers.
Somebody's listening to something because I can hear an echo.
Yeah. But they love cosmetics. They love spending money on outfits. Look at Persona 5 alone, right? Look at how many outfit DLCs they have.
I know. They got a little dance thing too, but I don't know. I don't know. But the thing that I will say is this. Let me turn 100 down a little bit. They're just saying my boy is loud. But I mean, personally, I just look at it from the, well, no, I can't do it right now. See, I got a bot would know exactly what's going on with my situation, so I'm just gonna have to let me see if I could just tap this a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. All right, let's see.
Just a little bit.
All right, now hold on. Hopefully that's a lot better. Anyway, but I know we kind of got off topic, but I mean that was a really great point.
I made Bloody have a Japanese orgasm just now.
Look,
Yeah, leave the guy alone.
What part of I'm the Japanese enthusiast of the show did people forget?
No, look, I love Japanese games. I mean, that's the one thing. It's really funny because PlayStation fans jump down my throat. Well, the fanboys, not the
it's trash.
yeah, because they want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, so
Talk about what?
you know. Anyway, he says, guys, enjoy my trash ass gameplay. Your gameplay is all right. It looks crisp. I was looking at it off my phone. It looks real crisp. I'm gonna say, it looks pretty crisp. I don't know what it looks like on you guys' end, but you know, I got to say,
What gameplay?
the gameplay. This is Bloody's gameplay. So,
What you playing? This is Japanese, I'm assuming.
no, he's playing Strange Brigade.
Well, I mean,
this game is fire.
Oh, Strange Brigade.
Yeah, Strange
Oh,
Brigade is
that's
great.
I think.
I think
But he was playing-
to get into that.
Strange Brigade.
Yeah, I was
is
playing Resident Evil.
fantastic.
I was playing Resident Evil before.
Yeah,
but
right.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we going all over the place. Anyway,
bad.
go ahead, finish Knuckles about Overkill's The Walking Dead.
It's just they had no direction. That game was going back and forth because of the fact that they didn't properly have a solid idea on what they wanted to do with it. They had no direction with it. They kept going back and forth between that and Payday, and they were having too many issues with their parent companies or anything like that on funding. And the fact that it got canceled and the worst part about it is that coming from Starbreeze themselves or whoever was the head of it, saying no, the game's still coming out. It's still coming out. We swear it's still coming out this year. And then now they're just like, actually, guys, it's canceled. Like, just say that months ago. Why the hell are you going to perpetuate to say no? It's still coming. It's still coming. When everyone, and damn sure hell knows that it's not coming. It was never going to come.
Yeah, well, I can't say I was looking forward to it because it wasn't on the radar.
I was looking forward to it and playing through it. It was boring. It had bad connection issues. The game was horrible.
Yeah, it was too generic. It literally the only selling point about that is for it just had the Walking Dead name. That's it. That's all that would have gave it any sort of like momentum or anything. And even then, look at the Walking Dead game that came out a while back where you played as like, what was it, Daryl? Like early on before he met.
Neither.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like the only Walking Dead games that do well are the Telltale stories.
Did you
guys? They're original stories.
Did you guys know that Daryl makes $1 million per episode on The Walking Dead? Like,
Yep.
Sounds about right.
I didn't even know that. Like, that's crazy. So of course his ass wouldn't leave. I mean, I could just imagine what Rick and them was making. Or Shimon.
He was making the same.
Michonne.
He just got tired of it.
What was that?
And Michonne, Denai Guerrero, she probably making somewhere up there. It might not be as much as Daryl and Rick, but it was, you know.
Yeah, no, but she's about to leave anyway. Walking Dead is pretty much gone. I haven't watched.
I mean, she's
that's
doing
pretty
her
much
own
it.
part. Like
No,
she's making.
yeah.
Norman Reedus.
Right, so
What's his name? Lincoln's leaving or already left. Denai Guerrero is already leaving. You know, Chandler already left. All that.
What's her name left? Maggie left
because he's in the country and all the episodes are done in Atlanta and he's having problems with his family. He wanted to be closer to home. That's
well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking that.
And like all the fan favorites are gone because they all want to do more stuff, and you know you can only perpetuate their stories for so long. You know how many times are we all going to get separated and then just sit in the woods for like 3 months and then all get back together and suddenly be better than ever before? Like, come on now.
All right.
We can only rehash that same story several times.
Operations in here trying to get Avers to come in here in the DMs. Like, get your ass. They talk about The Walking Dead. We're done talking about The Walking Dead. We out of here. Let's talk about Tencent and what they're doing and what they're starting, which a lot of people keep on downplaying these gaming services. But it has now been reported earlier this week that Tencent is throwing their hat in the ring, and they're doing a gaming service themselves. So now, I don't have a list off of my right off of the hand right now because I got off work really late, and so I didn't have anything prepped up. I just like, man, let's just get through it. Let's get it. Let's see this OBS start working, and let's get this stuff popping, and then get to it. But I know that people are going to let me know of some of the Tencent games. I think what's called it just got recently picked up. Didn't Destiny get picked up by Tencent?
No, they got.
Did Bungie get picked up by them?
Bungie got a contract from another Korean studio, which was NetEase. They were given a investment thing. Like they were given a bunch of money as an investment into their future projects. The only thing that came with it though is a guaranteed seat on the board.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Okay.
Well, I know that they have. I know that they've been. Tencent is a huge company, and so they. Is it PUBG that's with them? I can't remember. PUBG. But there's plenty of other games that they have as well, and so. Pretty much what's going on is that they're throwing their hat in the ring. They're getting into this gaming streaming service, which is some people just think that it's just not going to happen. It's not realistic because not everybody has proper internet. But anyway, they're going to do it. The rumors about Capcom is catching more steam about Capcom about to have their own streaming service. Also, Epic, they're doing their thing. And, of course, everybody else, and we'll get into Xbox here a little bit later. But I just wanted to ask you guys, and I'll just start off with you, Livewire, what do you think about this? I mean, is it one of those things where you get a little, where it's starting to be abundantly clear that this is the future and where gaming is going. They want to do these Netflix style of gaming, and this is something that looks like it's going to be the future, or is it going to be dead on arrival once these services starts popping out? What do you think?
I think the way I look at it is this. I think that a lot of people are going to throw their hat in the ring, and there are only going to be a couple of survivors. So you might, at one point,
because I heard that crunch. That's got to be live. I mean, that's not live. That's got to be lemon.
I don't do stuff like that. My mic was muted. That ain't me.
Oh,
that's bloody.
That ain't me.
Well, that's got to be 100. Mute your mic. Go ahead. Jesus, man. I don't know why I got to say shit 10, 15
How you going to blame me and I'm muted?
Who?
I'm here watching Gold Rush. How you gonna blame that shit on me?
Well, who's that? Who just came in here eating?
It wasn't me. I'm muted my mic.
Put a damn big chip. I heard it like
my mic. Hey, man, they always want to blame it on the great one.
Okay, all right.
What the hell are you saying, though?
99 Pringles. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead, Live.
Yeah. So anyway, like I was saying, I think you're gonna see a couple. What is it? Like. PlayStation, Xbox, Google,
Amazon,
Tencent. Who else is going to be in there?
Epic and Verizon.
Epic, yeah. All right, and Verizon. So a lot of people are going to throw their hat in. I don't know how many are going to survive. We shall see. Verizon might be able to continue doing what it does because it'll just have people that subscribe to their service jump on there. I don't know how many people are aware. I mean, you can play games on Verizon right now. They're just not good games. But I think a lot of people are going to throw their hat in the ring. It's going to be interesting to see, who survives and who doesn't. More than likely, PlayStation, Xbox, and possibly Epic will survive. Well, Google... I mean, they have something interesting there with their streaming thing, but it's to be seen. I don't know about Tencent. We don't. They can have a service, but what's their servers looking like? Like situation looking like? I don't know. So
it's looking like doo-doo.
So we shall see. We shall see. I mean, because you can have games, but if they're not games people care about, or the pricing is terrible. I mean, you can have a bunch of games, but if you're charging $30 a month or something, because sometimes these companies, they get ridiculous. PlayStation ain't the only one that was charging $7 for, what was it? It was like $7.99 for 10 hours. Like they was charging you Redbox numbers.
Yeah.
To rent on PlayStation Now on a service that was flawed. I'm like, yo, that's shady as hell. like you're super shady. Like sitting there playing The Last of Us or whatever, your character moved like 5 seconds after you done rotated the stick. Be like, yo, this is some BS, yo. I need my money back. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see who survives. But Tencent just throwing their hat in. It's kind of to be expected. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear more.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I just they have a lot of PC games. I mean, they have Arena of Valor, of course, PUBG, Honor of Kings, Moonlight Blade. I just let me be country on this. I have no idea. It's just too many. It's too many vowels and e's and e's with semicolons. No, I'm not even going to say that. Alliance of Valiant Arms. League. Oh, this is it right here. Okay, League of Legends. that says it all right there. League of Legends.
Yeah, League of Legends.
Yeah, League of Legends.
League of Legends, baby.
Okay.
Crossfire. They look like they got a little fighting game in here. What's this called? Zandu Zowang. Oh. Samurai Spirits. Ring of Elysium. And then I just ran into 4K TV starting at $249. So you bums out there, Xbox 448, 4K TVs, man, $249, man. Instead of you over here showing me your vape machine, go ahead and cop you a 4K, man, and get that X popping, bruh. Get that X popping.
What size is that? 4K TV.
Oh, hold on. I was just looking at that advertisement. I don't know. Let me look again. I don't know. It's from Best Buy. Of course, it might not have no HDR. You need a TV with HDR. If you're gonna get 4K, you got to get that HDR.
Money.
You just wasted your money if you ain't got no HDR.
Even if it was $115.
Yeah. So
might as well just put that $115 for the TV with some HDR.
Exactly. But anyway, regardless of that, let me go to you 100. What is your thoughts of Tencent going ahead and getting into throwing their hat in the ring? Do you think that they are? Do you think that they can be a big player? I mean, they got League of Legends, so I mean, I don't know.
Tencent is a I believe they Chinese, so
yes,
I think it's gonna
They're
be
Korea.
I think in Korea, it's in the same continent. Damn it.
Is Korea in the same continent? Of China?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in Asia.
They are in the same continent. He did get that one right.
Okay.
Wow.
See, blood.
Educating the minds.
Let me get my small point because I want
that work, bloody.
Oh man! All right. Twitter fingers, man, out there on the scene.
Everyone was trash talking me in the DMs.
You are not Asian, boy.
All right.
I'm going to be.
You're far from Asian.
Feisty.
Oh man, you're far from Asian. But anyway, go ahead. Let's go. All right, 100.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful because Mega gonna get that belt.
Yeah. But I think it's more made for them, not to the West. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too much. Everybody want to play the streaming game. Mm-hmm. But the infrastructure, they got better internet than we do, so I can see they push it in Korea. Push it in Japan and stuff like that. But Google, like I said, I love Google. I got Google everything. But Google got a whole lot of failures. Also, Google Glass, all that other stuff. So, but they got the money to fail. Then Epic, I don't think Epic on the stream. I think Epic is going to let you just have a store where you just download the game. I don't think they're going to get into the streaming thing.
Not initially, probably.
Yeah, I don't think they get into the streaming thing. The other companies, you already see the failure of PlayStation Now. I call it a failure because I don't see nobody really paying it because it costs too much. It's not cost efficient for the individual, and you only can download PlayStation 4 games that's made from that's exclusives. Other than that, it's not. I think a lot of these other companies are going to get in for the mobile. Like you can stream on mobile. Like Google has it already, where I don't have to download the whole. I don't have to have that app stored on my phone. I can have it somewhere in the cloud and it's using the cloud. So maybe they do that to certain mobile games. Fortnite mobile does that. PUBG mobile does it, where you don't have to use everything from your phone, your space in your phone. You can just stream it. Candy Crush gets streamed. How many times you want to delete Candy Crush off your phone? You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to have it stored. Or, you get Office on your phone, but you don't have to have it stored locally on your phone. Just like you don't have to have stuff locally stored when you do PlayStation Now. So people like Live said, people gonna get in the game, but only the strong gonna survive. You better have you some pockets, and you're gonna have to have it as a reasonable price. As us as consumers now, we pick over everything. Only thing we don't pick on now, how many times you got to do it grass? You got to come in at a baseline. Because how many times, people don't complain about Netflix, but Netflix keep on going up and up and up, but they keep on giving you quality exclusive TV shows. So you wonder why I'm paying $15 a month, why I used to pay $7 a month.
Yep. Mr. Kima asked, did Tencent Intel partner with Project xCloud? That part I do not know. If anybody in the chat knows about that, or if anybody on the panel knows about that, please let me know. Yeah, Cedric H. I just seen it right there. I'm looking at it right now. He said, Cedric H. No, I ain't gonna do that to you, Cedric. I was gonna say my main man Cedric. He was over here saying, "Hey man, send this to Xbox 448, man." I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. What did everybody say?
Send it to him. Send it to him.
Man, I'm gonna send it. He said his 4K TV's prices.
He's in the set talking shit to me. Send it to him.
Yeah. He is clowning. Oh, Xbox 448 in the chat. He over here clowning. Right, he said there. He said,
Xbot is proving he a fraud, man. He over here trying to start nothing. As soon as I call him out, he stopped.
He said, "Hey, 100." No, I got to do it. He said, "Hey, 100." Russia's in the same continent, but people don't confuse it with China. Oh, Xbot being messy in this piece, man. But hey, man, you know what, Xbot? My main man Cedric. DM me some 4K TVs. If Don was in here, Don would give you a hard time too. So I'm gonna pass this on to you, bruh. You over here playing on that 1080p. You know what I'm saying? That what was it? 1080. What did you say it was? A TMP plasma or a 1080p wall projector? I don't know what the hell you said you had.
Which color got a 250? You get it's a Toshiba, but it's 250, and I think it got HDR. It's a Fire TV. Amazon does it. Yeah, and it's 250, and I think it's a 55.
Still playing on Potato Vision? He over here talking?
Stop it.
I mean, even BabyBot got a 4K before you, bro.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do my main man bot like that. BabyBot, don't do that. Don't do that.
Damn, how you gonna disrespect your pops like that?
I'm supposed to fight my dad at some point.
Man, all right. Anyway. Okay. So 100. Did you want to finish?
I gotta start my dominance.
I'm done.
All right, cool. All right. 108 Dragons TV, bruh.
Well, you know what?
What'd you think?
Live summed it up. Everybody gonna throw their hat in. They all should be thinking at Microsoft and Nvidia because they really started that circle. But everybody gonna dabble. But you know what it's gonna start to do? They're gonna have to team up because everybody can't get into the streaming service. Google already taking the wrong approach on charging people 30% of their games dropping on their service. Like,
whoa! What?
Yeah.
Back up. What? Explain that. 30% of what?
The reason the Steam store is having issues with the developers
Epic.
Because no. Steam
Epic,
store.
Steam.
The reason they're sliding over to Epic is because of the Steam store.
Okay. I'm thinking you said Google. I thought you said Google. Okay.
No, Google is doing the same thing.
Oh, Google.
If you want to put your game on a streaming service, they want 30%.
What?
Yeah, and that's not gonna work for them. They don't got no console. They don't, even if they make a console, everybody pay licensing fees. Back in the days, Nintendo used to charge all the companies $35 per cartridge. $35. If you wanted to use their medium, that's why they didn't want to switch over to DVD. If you notice, they never really used DVDs for gaming. They made their own proprietary format. So you have to pay them. This is what these companies are doing. That's why Steam is starting to see everybody like, I ain't put my game over there. You want 30% of our profits. That's not going to work. So if Google's doing that, they're going to have to reform that paywall because what's the difference? What's the difference? Now, that's a problem for them. Now, everybody don't have that infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? Google got the money, but, they haven't really did the work like Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? Even Nvidia, they went a long way with their service, and I tell you, I beta tested that on my Nvidia Shield, and it was really good. You get PC at 1080p, 60, everything, but they're charging like 100 said, $7 per 8 gigs. You know how long we play online on live or PlayStation?
Man,
nobody ain't paying that. So these companies want to, we're gonna get in here and get into this $1 billion industry, and we're gonna stream, and everybody's gonna be able to use it. Nah, it's gonna come down to pricing. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna come down to structure. There's two things. Verizon can say what they want. They ain't no video game company. Everybody want to toss their hat into something to make money. Like 100 said, Google got a lot of failures that people just don't talk about. So, you know, having money to throw around, that don't mean you're going to come in kicking down the door. Same thing with Amazon. They got plenty of money. You know what I'm saying? They made a couple. Don't they got like 2 games out they made? Them and GameStop? What those games do?
No, but you know what
I'm saying? It's not about the money.
You know what it is? It's really on a situation like this. It's easy for Microsoft and Google to have the option to, you know, charge these devs less, you know, to utilize their services for the store, because they own the building. You know, they own the structure. But if you're another company that rent the service for somebody else, now you got to factor that into your cost. So you can't really take a hit.
But Google ain't doing that. They coming out with the same 30%.
Well, that, you know, well, see, that's part of the whole thing. We say, well, the strongest will survive, because it's like sometimes you can price yourself out. So if Google's like, oh, we're gonna go for 30%, and then Microsoft says, you know what, we'll take 20, or we'll do 18. You know, all of a sudden, Castle just be like, yeah, we'll use Microsoft. They everywhere anyway. You know, fuck Google, whatever.
You got to look at the Game Pass model. Everybody said Game Pass wouldn't work in the beginning because they wouldn't get part of that money. Microsoft, you're already paid to have your game on their system. The licensing fee, if y'all look at any game on the box, they have a licensing fee for every console on the market to put their medium on your platform.
Yeah.
Game Pass is only, you know how Microsoft sold Game Pass? All right, this is what we're going to do for your game. If you got a game that has eyes of 100,000 people, put it in Game Pass. We got 8 million subscribers. That's 8 million new eyes. Of course they're gonna say yeah, because now they're bringing it to people who probably never would have looked at their game, and it's a free look. Put it in there for 6 months. We take it out, give them a discount if they buy it because they still got Game Pass. It works. You don't see nobody complaining. You gotta have a model that works for everybody. Devs, the community, and everybody's happy. Anybody that got Game Pass, first thing you do is start downloading stuff you never would have played.
Yep, facts.
That's how they sold it. So they gotta bring. If you want to stream, you better bring that heat. Don't just get into the pot and say, yeah, we're charging $50 a month, but you know, unlimited streaming. People gonna look at you like whatever. Oh, another good thing.
Well, it also shows. Also, my bad. Go ahead. Finish.
Another thing that's crazy. Look at, including Microsoft, PlayStation, Google, Amazon, Hulu, all got these movie streaming services. Everybody like, oh, Netflix in trouble. Netflix profits has quadrupled. And everybody else is kind of falling back a little bit. They ain't making that Netflix money. They be trying, but they can't do it. That's why when you look at Netflix, they don't make a program to make money from the program. They look at their overhead and say, look, you know what? We're going to budget these movies.
Oh, hold on. We got something really important to talk about. I got something really important to say, Lemon. Hold on. K-Mega's gameplay is showing right now. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, nobody.
That is disrespectful. You better not have no vote, because I see you just threw yourself out there.
No, we ain't got to that point where we talk about voting. I'm just happy to get the shit out there so we can just have people to see it. But yeah, K-Mega's gameplay is live right now, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and enjoy.
Yeah.
And tell me what game this is. I bet you most of you people wouldn't know what this game is right here I'm playing. But go ahead, Lemon.
Okay.
You don't know. You don't know.
I'm not. You breaking my focus.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The thing is, how Netflix make their money is not per show. Is providing a service on their platform to give you more bang for your buck. They look at the overhead picture for the making the money and not on the individual series or individual movies that they make. That's why they're successful, and that's the same thing Microsoft is doing with Game Pass and their streaming service, and these other companies are going to have to keep up because these people have the infrastructure and they're ready. So you just can't throw your hat in there and be successful. You got to come with a game plan and just don't jump in because you see everybody else doing it, because that's not going to work for you. They're going to start off good or start off, but they're going to get finished early.
But Mick, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
What about the people that's data capped? I know a couple of people that's data capped.
I mean, that's a good question, but that's why they say that a lot of people, it doesn't take a lot of bandwidth to stream now. And there's a lot of people that will scream to the high heavens and say that it's not possible. But the fact of it is that it is. I mean, it is. No bot. This is an older game. This is an older game than this. Yeah.
I know what it is.
What is it? What is it?
That's what you was playing.
It's that stunt game. It's that little movie game. It's little movie. Remember, we got it at the same time.
Nope. That's not it.
Yes, it is.
No, this isn't.
It's that little movie game.
How you gonna tell me what my gameplay is?
No, it ain't.
No, it's not.
That is, you got to do a stunt, right? You playing as a stunt.
This is not the stunt.
Talking about his gameplay. Stop talking about it.
Calm down.
Oh shit!
It ain't nothing. It's about to come off.
Anyway, disrespectful. Anyway, so I'll let people know after it goes off. I don't know. It's a little delay on my end, but yeah. But
you talking about the Vin Diesel game? I don't think it's that.
And Livewire is still falling for the bait.
I love it.
Oh my god!
But no, 100. I mean, that's what a lot of people keep talking about. Is that that's going to be one of the reasons because of data caps, things like that. But if they having low bandwidth, and if when 5G is available on most things, no, it's not blur, it's not grid. This is
like split second.
It's not split second. It's not split second.
That's what I thought it was split second.
No,
that's what I thought it was.
It's not split second. It's not split second. But K-Mega don't play no games. The thing of it is that it's the technology is already here, ladies and gentlemen. That's the thing, and these, by everybody throwing their hat in the ring right now, starting into the next gen, it's showing me that the technology is capable, and that if they are trying to reach as many people out there as possible, then the only way that they could do that is if they have the proper bandwidth, if they have if they're not going to hit people with the data caps, if they can reach people that just they only have they could do work off of 4G and maybe in 5G. Like, that's the thing to me, is like this is serious. Like, and then also the whole thing with the cloud. I remember with so many people was upset about the cloud, and they were saying it was fake. It was a dinosaur. DirectX 12 was fake. It was a dinosaur. All this shit is coming into. Somebody hit it. Mirror X. He said Ridge Racer, but which Ridge Racer is it?
That's the remake.
But it's called Ridge Racer something. Somebody got to let me know what that is. You know what? That's a cool thing that I can do. That I'm not running off of no emulator bot. What are you talking about? He's so messy. That was an actual game, man. That was not an emulator. It was Ridge Racer. But you know what? That's one thing that we could do. We could all try to play some type of game, and then maybe give some giveaways for people who gets it right. So that's the thing. But yeah. Ridge Racer. Cool idea. But Mirror X, he's over here saying all types of shit. He just threw it out. So yeah, Ridge Racer is the name of the game, but it's a certain Ridge Racer. But yeah. Knuckles, I know I didn't get to you about it, but what do you think about the whole situation?
With the streaming?
Yeah, with the streaming thing. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's definitely going to be the future. With everyone trying to get a piece of the pie, though, it's going to still be it's going to come down to the fact of who has the best bang for the buck, who's going to offer the content that a lot of people are going to want. Like, as everyone mentioned, the reason people are walking away from Steam right now, Steam ain't done shit. They were riding high for a long time, They had that high price, and they were the go-to market for PC. You know, they had the platform, the storefront, everything to make it easy for your PC library. You know, now you get a competitor like Epic who is offering, you know, hey, we'll offer you better, you know, y'all get more of a higher cut and everything that y'all do, as well as, you know, y'all just make it exclusive, or, you know, hey, launch first on PC with everything else. So it's definitely, there's definitely companies out there that can do it. It just depends on the company, but everyone's gonna try and get in on it. But it's still just a matter of who's gonna offer the right content, who's gonna offer the most amount of content, who's gonna have this set aspect. You know, the people that can absolutely do it well is going to be like Google. Google has the money and the online infrastructure that could probably do it. Yes, Google has had a lot of failures with certain things, but that's like physical stuff. Their online has always been relatively well put together. They have that going for them because of just, you know, how much of a tech giant for all that aspect that they are, and how many projects that Google's actively doing with all that. But they still got, you know, there's still the issue of like Chrome, because everything's done in Chrome, and Chrome's still a massive RAM hog. And, you know, if you're going to stream directly through Chrome, or you have to stream directly through Chrome and stuff like that, it's like, hey, you're going to be doubling down on that, and that's going to destroy some people's PCs, and not everyone's going to be running, you know, a $1,500 rig and stuff like that. So that's one aspect. Epic, I think, has the money and understanding. I was like, me personally, I still think that the best store that could do something if they actually committed to it would be CD Projekt Red, because remember, they run GOG, they run goodoldgames.com. People always seem to forget that, but yeah, they sell.
But they're in trouble right now, though.
Yeah, but
yeah, they have to lay off a lot of people.
Yeah, well, I'm not. That's a whole nother conversation. But I was saying they were the ones who had already an idea on what they're gonna do, or had a foundation that they could do that with if they were actually able to go through with it. But when it comes down to it, there are certain outside competitors that can do it. You know, we already see that Microsoft is well ahead of the curve on it, trying to push it. You know, yeah, you could say Sony did it first with everything that they did with PlayStation Now, but I was like, that's streaming. That is actual streaming. Let's be honest. The way that PlayStation Now originally set up was full on streaming, but it was literally the worst the way that it handled, because of the fact that you had to wait in queues, the input and stuff like that. Maybe it was a little bit too ahead of its time, but they haven't actively been putting into it. They started it, it said, all right, that's a thing, and we're just going to leave it there. And then it wasn't until Game Pass did that they're just like, oh, you know what, maybe we should make it downloads and, you know, not do queue times and all this stupidness. It's still just going to come down to what is the capabilities of each individual company, what can they offer and make it worthwhile.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Do anybody else want to touch on this?
Microsoft is leading the pack, man, and I keep telling you, Nvidia hasn't got the credit that they deserve because their service was excellent. I was beta testing it. I don't know how many years with the Shield. I don't know how many years, and it's excellent. Their pricing is retarded. They priced themselves out the market. They could have been the leaders 4 years ago. 4 years ago. But it's all about pricing. And as much money as Nvidia got, they still went on we're gonna charge per gig, or, you know, it was a crazy number. So PlayStation Now was terrible. You know, you couldn't even, at one point, you couldn't even stream higher than 720p. So they don't have the infrastructure. They still don't have the infrastructure. Everybody wants that buck. Microsoft went out there and made the biggest investment. Google has the service. You know what I'm saying? Amazon can do it. But then they don't have the game inside of it. They just don't. The best two people to do it would be Sony and Microsoft, to bring the games. Everybody else got to go into this meetings and bait these companies to leave the major medium. And League of Legends is a fantastic game, right? It's a big PC game. It ain't Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? And it sells more than Call of Duty. That's one of the biggest games on the planet that nobody talks about on console, because that's a PC thing. But on console, yeah, League of Legends is it's a
money maker, because of the fact that they sell those.
Invest hundreds of millions of hours around the planet to play that. That is the highest stream. It was the highest stream game of all time for how many years?
It was that and Dota.
Facts.
And then
Right.
Cisco.
Right. So those are the big boys. But they can't coerce Grand Theft Auto to go over there. Grand Theft Auto can't even sell on PC.
You're right.
That's the one, the medium is console.
Oh
So
shit, he's
how
busting out there.
you gonna sit down and say and Google say, okay, we want you to put Grand Theft Auto on our service exclusively. Rockstar gonna be like, are you crazy? You know how many millions we're selling on console? It's not gonna work. They're facing an uphill battle against the consoles with this. They just are. That's all I'm saying.
No, you're right.
Well,
You're right.
I don't think it's gonna just be someone trying to push exclusive on PC. I think that a lot of the companies are still doing, PC and console, but they're trying to push for an exclusive market on PC. They're trying to lock down the PC market. That's what they're doing, and they're stealing that from Steam. Like I said, Steam was the go-to market on PC, and now everyone else is trying to get in on the PC market.
But you know what? Let me tell you something, Knuckles. A lot of games, they come out with a ton of games on Steam. They don't sell like that. They don't sell.
They don't.
They just don't. Come on, let's not get crazy here.
Oh no,
I'm
not
like they're jumping up on their mass success. They got their big games, but they come out with so much trash. It's just.
I'm not denying that. Remember, Steam also is an open platform. They support a lot of smaller indie titles and stuff like that. And some of those indies get big because of online content creators like us. But I'm still saying is that they were the go-to market for PC
it was the
gaming.
Xbox Live of PC, and
that's what I was getting to. That's what I was talking about earlier. Is that they were the head and they were the leader for the PC market. I'm not saying in the market overall, but now you're seeing companies like Epic and Google and Apple and everyone else wanting to get in on the pie, and their main priority, they're gonna try and put it on other services, is gaining and trying to lock down the PC market, because the PC market is the one that's the most lucrative.
It's nothing but a damn app. They'll be all right.
All right, hey, somebody, hey, hold on. Operations told me, he says, Mega, pay the damn bills. My bad, bro. My bad. Oh, and then I seen who it was. Okay, you know what? Operations, I don't care. I'm not going to read it. I don't care if you pay. No, I'm just playing.
You're not talking about this. Stop throwing them damn super chats around. You're supposed to be saving money. God damn it.
Well, anyway, hey, man. Look, man. He's
coming from your Smash Podcast boss.
He said, he said, Ridge Racer Garbage Juice Edition.
Ooh.
Bruh, you know what? No, hold on, wait a minute. While we talking about my gameplay right now, because it's K-Mega don't play no games. And look, the Xbot 448 for this week for gameplay and the vote, K-Mega's going to destroy you. Look at this. I got the classic EA. This is all you got to do. You got to bring this game back. You got to bring Fight for New York back. You got to bring Def Jam. You got to bring these Def Jam Vendettas. You got to bring that. Man, these games are the hottest of the hot, bro. But anyway, this is the thing right here, right? You know what I'm saying? I lost track because I was over here excited about my own game.
You got excited. You got excited about Def Jam, man. Come on now.
I got excited about my own gameplay. That's a damn shame.
Didn't you just get mad at us about talking about the gameplay? Stop talking about the gameplay.
I don't know. I gotta stop. I'm just happy that that the gameplay is back. You have no idea how happy I am that it's back. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be great.
We have an idea.
Trust me. We have an idea. Yes, we do. We do. Anyway, shut up. All right. So no. I think personally that it's all about there are a lot of people that's throwing their hat in the ring in this, and they are excited about it. They want to come in here. They want to do this. And it's because they know that they could really actually reach so many users. That's why Google and Amazon is so dangerous. And even Verizon, because they have hundreds of millions of people now. They have hundreds of million people that's part of their that's part of their system, like Amazon Prime and Google and then like Verizon. They have so many people under their umbrella that they could reach out to the masses, and they see how many people are gamers. it's just all fitting to see that they like, look, they just don't want, but this is the thing where Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo has the advantage, is the fact that they have been in the video game business for a hell of a lot longer. They know what to do. They know how to get things popping. So it's basically one of those things.
They know the market. They know how to, they know the market.
Yeah. So they know what to do. So they know how to angle it. And Xbox is doing some things that's very that's very different from the norm of what gaming is. We'll get into that, but if anybody else don't want to touch on this, let's get on to Amy Hennig. Is everybody ready to get to touch on what Amy Hennig was talking about?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, and then this is the juicy part of the show, because Amy Hennig, Halo. People are going to be tripping out on me about what I think about this whole Halo news. I really kind of want to jump on that next, but that's going to be next to the last, and then we'll talk about Xbox and their bold moves as the last as we get out of here. But Amy Hennig, she basically comes out and she says this a long time ago. We talked about this on GRG. I made a video talking about it as well, about how single player games is in a state to where it could that whole single player aspect could fail. Because gamers, they want games to be bigger. They want them to be at $60. There's gamers out there that don't want DLC. They don't want microtransactions. They don't want to pay anything extra but that $60 for that particular single player game. And they want the games to be they want the single player experience to be epic stories, great actors, AAA grade. So Amy Hennig just comes out and she has another interview, and she's talking about how games for service is probably the best bet for single player games in the future, and how she actually kind of praised kind of like Game Pass, etc., for single player games to thrive. And the PlayStation I can't say PlayStation fan base, but there was a lot of hate that she got for making those comments. But I want to ask you, and I'm going to go straight to you, 108. Do you think that she has a valid point, or do you think that she's off base and she's kind of lost herself because she's now got into the whole multiplayer span with EA, and now she's lost that job and she's just kind of she's just trying to get herself name recognition, like some of her proponents is saying about her?
Nah, she definitely hit some major points. Like I said, if for the game out there, if you don't want to do DLC, it's an option. That's not nothing forced on you. You don't want to do microtransaction, that's an option. People do complain. We see these people out here crying about every little thing. She's not lying about that. And people do want these movie stars and voice acting and all this great epic stories, because that's what we expect. But the reason she's saying what she's saying also about these single player games is, what do you do when you're done with them? There's, that's it. But every game is not meant for multiplayer. That's why you gotta have a mix. But she has a lot of valid points. I don't think she's just saying stuff to put herself out there. What she's saying is what she's going by the market, and she's looking at the whole situation of what's making the money. We all know multiplayer have long legs. Games that have good multiplayer, let me say, have long legs. If a game like Overwatch is loved by the community, you got people out here spending $500 on goddamn cosmetics. But that's an option. And people do complain. We watch the forums. How many times we seen something and you was like, you know what, social media is giving the idiot too much voice. Because come on, you don't have to do these things. So I agree with some of the stuff she said. She's not 100% right, but she's definitely hitting, especially this generation, she's hitting it on the head. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. What about you, Knuckles? What do you think about her thought process behind single player games? Do you agree with it? People in the chat, let me know what you think about Amy Hennig's thought process about single player games. She's been on this stance here. She's been consistent about it for quite a while, and so I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that she's onto something, or do you think that she's off base?
No, she's absolutely onto something. She's absolutely right, because of the fact that is what happens. Games over time evolve, everything gets bigger. Everything wants to be more. They have to make these engines prettier. They have to make this gameplay use higher things. They have to support new technology to be able to build these worlds to be bigger to make up for that fact. The issue is that you're right. People complain way too much. They want it to continue to stay the same price. They want it to continue to get these full experiences. They don't want to pay anything extra. Well, how the hell are they gonna support themselves with the fact that they make money off the initial sales? Yeah, there was gonna be sales over time, but that's after, you know, multiple sales and things like that, or price cuts or anything of that nature, to kind of keep it going, because of the fact that no one's buying it at the full price like when it first launched. When a game first launches is when it's going to be in that high point. That's when it does its most money, right? I would say within the initial first few months that a game comes out is going to be the indicator on what it's really going to make. Any sales after that are going to be severely diminished and not supportive. And you're talking about a game, look at like Grand Theft Auto, right? That's a game that if it was literally that single player experience, yeah, it was gonna sell over time. But after the first couple months of it, everyone's gonna have played through the story at that point, and what's gonna keep supporting it? Why are people gonna go back to it? You know, they would not want to buy that game at, you know, $60 or everything that came out for it. What kept it alive was the multiplayer proponent. Look at Red Dead. Red Dead, we can say, is a phenomenal game. It is literally one of the prettiest and most ambitious games this generation. But if it was just a single player, yeah, the single player is all great and everything, but it is not going to continue to sell at $60, you know, a year from now, 2 years from now. No, that's when it's going to drop down to like $30 or $40, really, because, you know, let's be honest, Rockstar is really bad about the price. Single player games that are strictly single player and there's no external support or anything like that, there's nowhere they're going to make any sort of the money back that they put into that game to be like financially feasible for that company. They have to support themselves. They need something worthwhile to be able to keep it going. And yeah, there's an aspect of needing multiplayer. You know, multiplayer does help out in one way or another, especially good multiplayer. You know, sometimes if the multiplayer is bad, it'll keep it going for a little while longer than just if it was a single player. But it definitely needs a dedicated good multiplayer to really keep it going, to keep going it well after the fact. But people are getting mad at her. But I think if anyone could talk, right, it would be Amy Hennig. You know, she made single player games for a long time. She has more knowledge and insight in the cost of it, the development, everything that goes into creating those games, right? And how much that it depends on how good it is when it first comes out to know if it's going to succeed or not. People are just getting mad because of the fact that it's someone who was coming from that side of the field, you know, coming from Sony and then going to EA, and now everything that happened with her, and you know, she left them and she's doing whatever she's doing now, and speaking out about it, they're like, oh, whatever, you're just, you know, you're full of shit. No, she has more insight than anyone else, and anyone who's trying to downplay what she says is kidding themselves and hallucinating in every aspect. Yeah, there's some parts that may not be agreeable with, but she still has more of an idea than any other people do.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Also, another factor that really had fanboys upset, fanboys and girls, was the fact that she did say, and she did include into this article piece, that if Uncharted was presented to Sony or anybody at this point, that game would be dead on arrival. Basically, yeah. I mean, and I mean, if you have to really think about it, I mean, would it get that? Would it get the press? I mean, would PlayStation give it the green light to say, look, oh yeah, we could get a dude? Because remember, before the game was called Uncharted, it was called Dude Raider. So, or you know what I'm saying, a Bro Raider or something like that. So it's one of those, because it was basically following off of Tomb Raider. So it's one of those things where, like, yeah, if there would be somebody that maybe wanted to take on that franchise, but to put the budget behind it, I don't know. I mean, maybe she's on to something. What do you think, 100? Do you think that she was right about this, and or do you think that she's wrong and off base, just like a lot of people that were attacking her about it?
Man, that's that lady's opinion. You either respect it or you don't. I don't see no big. She just telling you her thing. She been in the industry. I'm tired of people acting like they money marketers and all this other stuff and they developers. She got an answer. This she ain't micropractor. So give her some, some type of credit. You can respect her opinion. If you disagree, just politely disagree. But it ain't, man. Interweb crazy, man. It's 2019. People losing their mind. I don't care. I mean, it to me is what's wrong. Single player is cool, but what's like Lemon said, what's wrong with the multiplayer? You know, when you get Halo or you get Gears, even you get Forza, you get both. So she just saying that it need to move in a different direction because what is the Division doing? They're showing us the end game already on the Division 2. So people are more playing with each other. See, back in the day, we didn't play with each other like we play with each other. Play with each other in gaming. We want to interact and we co-op and stuff like that. It's time for us to evolve. And a lot of people don't want to be evolved. They don't want to evolve. They want to stay. They want to have the same thing. But the same thing ain't making that money.
Hey, you gotta pay the bills. Gotta pay the bills. I see it. I got my phone out. It's Sir X Man in the house. What's up with you, bro? He said he was at work. He said we going to try to get you that hard story, Battlefield 5. Yeah, man, we gonna do that. It was me, Lemon. Was it Cognito? I think it was Cognito. And Sir X Man. We were playing the new co-op mode that's added to Battlefield 5. Matter of fact, is this it right here, Lemon? Because this is Lemon's gameplay right here. I don't know. I have no idea, but it was tough.
That was domination.
Oh, okay, that was domination.
Could have added that, but dudes couldn't keep focus and they wouldn't switch to the right weapons and classes.
Sir X Man.
I didn't say no names. You know what I'm saying?
I'm calling them out because we could have finished it. If you know what I'm saying, you can't come and tell people, "Hey, I like to blow things up," and then don't change. We got 2 medics. We need one of each. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was, so we can survive. Other than Lemon jumping out of the window, going to stab somebody with no health. I don't know. He had no weapon.
I was playing Captain Save-A-Hole because y'all kept dying.
Bro. Oh, shit. You know what?
I sacrificed myself for the team.
Next week's gameplay, I'm going to show you. I was holding the crew down on that one. On that one, I was lighting their ass up.
People in the chat, do y'all see the pattern with this guy, K Mega? First he got the best gameplay. Now he's holding everybody down, but he dead. I was like the resurrection pill in the game.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I got the receipts. That's what gameplay does. That's what gameplay does. My main man from the Zeus is about to learn a lesson. Those receipts don't lie. So when I go ahead and I show it,
look, I don't ever claim to have nothing great. I always say I got some trash ass shit because I do some stupid things. I don't care.
Right. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man. Look, me and Bot been doing this for a long time on his channel, right? So now it on next
and
podcast.
Pred still got the best. Shout out to Pred. Yeah, it's my boy.
Pred. You know what? I guarantee you, K Mega's back with his gameplay. If Bot will show it, you know what I'm saying? I gave it to him extra early this week. So we gonna see. We gonna see.
Like Bot's trying to cheat you.
Bot's trying to win. This is what it is. K Mega's back with his gameplay. But anyway, we're gonna find out next week. I'm gonna show that new co-op that's on Battlefield 5. It's actually really fun. If you guys haven't jumped on Battlefield 5, please do, because it's a quality game. It's a quality game regardless of all the hate, all that bullshit. Anyway, it's a quality game, but
that was an awesome experience.
That was a very awesome experience, and thank you, Sir X Man, for introducing, because I haven't played Battlefield 5 in about almost a month and a half. I was gonna say a couple of months, but it's been a couple of months, because November I maxed out at 50, and then I started playing other games. I jumped on Odyssey, and I jumped on Origins and Odyssey, and then that took my life.
I started getting into Odyssey.
Yeah, man, Odyssey. I love Odyssey though. I still love Origins better. I'm saying it's something about Origins that was just so cold, man. It was something about that.
Was it because of how cold old boy was? How much of a badass he was?
Bayek.
Yeah, Bayek.
It wasn't so much. But no, Bayek is dope. But his chick, his old lady was a real. His old lady was a beast. Like that. I don't know, or like I love Cassandra. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody told me to jump on and play with the female.
Sorry. I'm all for that. I'm all for my boy Alexio.
Yo, we gotta pay the bills. But
let me look.
We already did.
Gameplay is done because K Mega finally got his gameplay in before Saturday. Facts.
Bot's doing some shit. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Bot on fire.
Bot on fire. Hey, let me say this. You know what I'm saying? Bot reminded me. He did remind me. He says, Mega, you remember how it was when you first started GRG and you was doing the gameplay thing and all that, and you know you was kept on nagging all day and everything because you know whatever, right? So you know what I'm saying? You know, Fonzarelli, Infamous, Delilah HD, and Livewire were always consistent with their gameplay. Always. Everybody else, they would bullshit me. They would always give me some excuse of why they wouldn't give me gameplay, right? So then if they did give me gameplay, it would be so late, right? So then like for Bot, he's over here trying to throw that shade back at me because I would always I would give it to him like that same day and he wouldn't want it that same day. Listen, Bot, I work crazy hours. I work all types of hours. It's a different experience. It's different than somebody out there that just don't want to give gameplay and then they lie to you and say, "Oh, I just can't give it to you today." If I come home and I got to do a show like GRG and then I get done and then like I had a long ass week, the first thing I'm doing, I'm going to tell everybody after the show is over, I'm going to say, "Hey man, I'm going to see y'all online." And then 100 is going to say, "What?"
and then he's gonna say that he was sitting there drinking, listening, watching whoop-de-whoop, whatever the hell he watching at the time, and say, "I didn't hear a damn word you say." Repeat that. Like, bro.
100 go usually say to people.
I'm watching Laker games.
So.
Yeah, like I said,
you watch them now because they ain't gonna make the playoffs. But anyway, regardless of the fact is that 100 gonna be telling people it's like, Mega gonna go to sleep, he gonna pass out, and that's what happens. I'll go in there, I'll go and go talk to my old lady, and I'll say, "Hey, you know, I just wanted to just, you know, tuck you in tonight," you know what I'm saying, and then, you know, see if there's going to be some pants off, dance off, and then, you know what I'm saying, 8 out of 10 times it's going to be more like, "You going to go to sleep, cut that TV and shit off." "No, I'm finna go back in here and I'm going to give them my people and we're going to play the game." Then next, you know what I'm saying, next thing you know, it's like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happens. But, you know what I'm saying, and then I'm over here rushing to try to give gameplay to my boy Bot. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't understand this situation, what's going on out here, man. I'm working hard for the team. Regardless.
Somebody had to pay for that rising chip.
I had to get that rising chip. Had to get it. Shout out to D-Batch for that, man. The rising chip is hard.
Hey.
Hardcore. What?
Man, you do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do.
And I see you streaming at 1080p 60, stepping up your game.
Oh, you see it's at that 10. Is it 1080p, bro? Is it
1080p 60, baby. No hiccups.
Facts. No hiccups. That rising chip. Look, I was in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in the DMs with Z and them, right? Z. My boy D-Batch is trying to tell him, trying to preach to Z. Listen, the rising is what you want to do if you want to stream. If you want your shit to be buttery smooth, if you want it to be right, get that rising. If you want a game and you want your games to look ultra buttery, look great, look that, then pick Intel. Z over here like, I heard. You know how Z is. Z over here talking about, I heard you like men if you get AMD, if you get Ryzen. You know what I'm saying? Then he over here gonna get this. See, this is what's gonna happen. When you see him streaming his shit because he said he got his new computer. So when that shit bolts up, and then when he's talking, and then
hey,
what's up?
We have to pay the bill real quick.
Oh, hold on. Let me look. What did he say? What did he say?
Sir X-Man said, "K Mega, you had epic fails too."
I didn't have no epic fails. Okay. You know what? I do have it recorded where I was chasing old dude. Where I was chasing the military guy, and I was shooting. I stabbed him twice. I shot him, and he kept running. I was like, "What's going on?" So I tried to run him down, and then the game. Okay, so I got that fail. I got that fail. Shut up. So hold on. So shout out to you, Sharx, man. I'm gonna whoop your ass in some Dead or Alive. Is Dead or Alive come out tonight? Did it come out tonight?
It's already out.
Oh, it's already there. It's already there. So yeah.
I ain't buying it.
Why not? Why?
I got too much stuff to play, man. I gotta play the Division
Man,
tonight.
you gotta play every fighter though.
You're a fighter.
You're a fighter. You're a fighter.
I'm a fighter. Yeah, I'm a fighter.
It is good, other than the sound cutting out here and there.
There's some issues with it. Oh, just like every other game out there. Okay, anyway, as usual, I'm jumping way off topic. But regardless.
Damn show is with your epic online stories, but this is your show.
I know. I'm joking. I'm wrong. Anyway, I'm wrong. And I'm like, why we go over 2 hours? Because I'm over here. Anyway, all right. So.
About to pull out my Delilah card.
I know.
Come on, man.
I know. I need to pull out. I need to eject those 2 cards myself. All right. Okay. Amy Hennig, for me, what I'm going to say, I don't care what anybody else got to say about it. Let's get out. We're going to go straight to the Halo thing, and then we going to get to the last topic, and then we're going to get out of here. But I'm going to just say this about Amy Hennig. I think for what she said, she's absolutely right. Mark Cerny when she made this first point about single-player games back then with Mark Cerny, there was no PlayStation people that was saying shit about that. But because she made an honest opinion about what the state of single-player games is right now, is this. We understand that PlayStation has thrived off of it this generation. Yeah. But this is the real facts. This is the facts. It's not me trying to throw shade at PlayStation at all. It's just because I own one. We all own one. This is the fact, though, is that if single-player games dominated like that, then when you have a console that is sold over 95, 94, 95, 96, 97 million consoles,
however many,
why is it that the majority of those single-player games is not in the same league as those multiplayer games that's out there?
And not even just that, man. It's like, why? Like, some of these games. No, yeah, you're right. But also think about this, right? With having such a high install base and having these games that are like highly critically acclaimed and lauded in every other which way or the other, why does it take 2 years to hit a good amount? Like, don't get me wrong, God of War sold hella great when it first launched, but it's taken almost a year to hit, what's that, 2 million? It's taken 2 years for Horizon Zero Dawn to hit 2 million, and it's slowing down. It's like, why? This is what we're talking about. After the initial craze, the drive for these games slows down, and that's what hurts them. Like, don't get me wrong, Santa Monica did a great job with God of War, but after the initial hype of when God of War first launched, it was praised, it was loved. Yes, you had all the award shows that came later. It's still not selling the numbers like when it launched. That is the issue with single-player only games.
And also the fact that they did not fully capitalize off of DLC and microtransactions. They did it with Horizon Zero Dawn, smartly so, but they didn't do it with Bloodborne. They didn't do it with Uncharted. They just gave a extra different story with Uncharted, but that's why they're doubling down now when they're saying, "Oh, well, we see where people are making the money off of." You know what I'm saying? So this is what we have to do if we want these single player experiences to keep thriving. This is the fact right here. For every one God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted, whatever, right? There are hundreds of other single player games that's out there that doesn't get a fraction of that.
Yep.
There are hundreds or thousands of single player games that are left in the abyss, and that's what the market is thinking about. That's what the industry is thinking about.
Okay, Mega, I'm going to interject here for a second, right? And this is to what Cedric just said in the chat. And here's the thing, right? And Cedric just quoted, Nintendo's killing it in attach rates for their first party. Here's the thing, though. Nintendo has been has had the same IPs that are solid first-party titles for almost 20 to 30 years. Whenever you think of Nintendo, you immediately think of Legend of Zelda. You think of Mario. You think of Metroid Prime and stuff like that. Those games, when they're announced for a Nintendo console, are obviously going to be obvious grabs for that console. But when you look at PlayStation from what it was in PS1 to PS4 now, it is not the same. PS1 launch, you think originally Metal Gear Solid 1, you think Spyro, you think Crash Bandicoot. Now when you think of PS4, you think Uncharted, you think God of War, you think Horizon Zero Dawn. Those type of games. Look at what Xbox has done. When you think Xbox, when it launched to now, has always been Halo. Halo was the flagship launch title for the OG. 360 was lauded by Gears of War, and then Forza. Those games were the defining moment of those consoles and have become staples. But with PlayStation has continued to change. So the things that started PlayStation 1 back in the day is not what is now PlayStation now. But Nintendo has never changed because they continue to utilize the same IP, and it sells every time because people know that franchise from decades of seeing that game.
Right. No, I totally agree. That is the fact of the Nintendo fan has always been the more loyal fan than PlayStation or Xbox or even Sega.
Yep,
the Nintendo fan has always been there for their console. That's just the absolute fact. And those IPs are always going to sell well. That's the one thing about it. But Nintendo themselves wants to change their dynamic. There are certain people that wants to hold Nintendo to that exclusivity or within that parameter standard, while others at Nintendo sees the full potential of making so much more money by spreading themselves out. So I don't know. Like I said, we'll talk about that last. The whole Xbox and streaming and everything about the PlayStation rumors, all of that. We'll talk about that at the end of the show. Right now, we're going to get straight into the situation with Halo. Normally, I would say, say Halo news because I know that there's a lot of people out there that may not be so into Halo like most of us are here on the panel. But this is something that is going to be handled. I'm going to get right to it, right? Okay. So, Bonnie Ross, a couple of months ago, I gave her a lot of praise. I talked about what she said. The one thing that she said was, "Hey, Xbox, not Xbox. Halo is about, you know what I'm saying? The main character for Halo is the universe. Not so much about any character." I praise that because that's exactly what Halo needs to be. Halo needs to be about the universe and let everybody pick and choose who's their favorite characters, who's they're not, who's the most beloved, who they hate, who's whatever, right? That's what a saga is all about. Now Bonnie Ross comes back and she does an interview and she's talking about the new direction with Halo Infinite and what's not so much to expect, but the direction, and they're really going hard with story. They're doing this, doing that. But this is the thing that caught my attention. It seems like to me that Halo is going to be a reboot, a small reboot. Now, I was watching all different types of Halo channels. I was watching blogs because I'm a huge Halo fan. I love Halo. I love God of War. I love this. But this is how K Mega is consistent, right? This is why I am consistent, because the same goddamn reasons why I was scared about fucking God of War is now why I am upset and I am nervous about Halo. Because if you reboot Halo, that means only one damn thing to me, and it makes me infuriated, is that you're going to double down, triple down, quadruple down, keep down motherfucking Master Chief. Look, I got love for the Chief. I've always had love for the Chief. But you can't listen to these Halo stands.
The hardcore Halo.
That wants Master Chief in a saga to be like Mario and last forever. If they reboot Halo, you heard this from me first. If they reboot Halo to the point now, like I said, she said a small reboot. They said
that it's going to be a soft reboot.
A soft reboot. That's what I said.
Kind of what they do with God of War.
Right. The one thing that I gotta give, and I said this numerous times. The one thing I gave the new direction of what they did with God of War is that they made it clear and abundant that Kratos is going to be done. It's over.
Pass on that torch.
Yeah. Pass the torch. Pass the torch. You better get ready. You got maybe one more or two more God of Wars before Kratos is gone.
Then it's all about the boy.
Now, with Halo, we were hearing rumors about how they were they were already set in stone the pattern about how Master Chief is about to meet his end. But there's been so much scrutiny and hate behind Halo 5 that they could. And this is what I read in a blog, right? I mean, with a blog, of course, you know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily true, but it just infuriated me because they could just erase. They could go back and do like Days of Future Past, kind of change the whole dynamic to a whole different scenario where Halo 5, Halo 4 never existed. And if they do that, just to keep Chief a little bit longer to satisfy the stands, I cannot co-sign that. As a huge, and I mean major, Halo fan, I will not accept that. You cannot have a saga keep surviving off of one goddamn person when you want the universe to be known by everybody else. If you do that, you have failed. You have failed so many people in my opinion. I know that you'll keep the fans happy, but sometimes you just got to stick with your guns and make your story prolong and let people get used to it. I mean, get adjusted to it. That's just me. So I'm going.
Y'all give Mega a hug. Please give Mega a hug.
Give me a goddamn hug. Okay. No. I'm gonna go to Livewire on this first, and then I'm gonna go to my boy 108, and then because I know you got quite a bit to say 100, because I know you're a big Halo fan like me.
I'll just say, Mega, let me go last because I think I have the most unique, different take on this compared to everyone else.
Well, I mean, I'm just giving you my take on it. Like I said, I'm consistent.
No. I completely agree with the fact that your take on it as a fan. And
as a fan.
Yeah, and I think that's why mine's going to be very unique from everyone else.
So live. I mean, are you with this soft reboot? Like hearing about time travel, you know what I'm saying? Different type of scenarios going. Now, look, I understand this is speculation as well too, but what would you feel if they did prolong Master Chief's lifespan than what it seemed like it's already about to set off after you played Halo 5?
It's a tough one. Because these are the first type of games that we're dealing with that, you know, you have characters that are supposed to be kind of set in reality.
Why are you singing?
You gotta be 100.
No,
that's not me.
That's Knuckles. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. But anyway, so I mean, the soft reboot, I guess I would just have to see what it looks like, you know. Like, I mean, like these are my thoughts on Halo. If they added some RPG elements, which I've heard they are going to add, that might not be a bad thing. I don't want it to become The Witcher, though. I don't want to be sitting there having like you know, got to go through all this dialogue and all that crazy stuff. No. Don't do me like that, please. If you just give me options, it's like, all right, the way I can upgrade my character after the cutscene, that is cool. That's all I need. I don't need to sit there and have Chief be like, have a conversation with somebody and be like, so you know, what'd you have for dinner, and have all this side stupid banter. No, I don't want none of that. But if it's just, you know, they could do a lot by just doing just enough, a little bit, not too much. Don't go crazy. Shoot, if they make it, I would say on the lines of like how the old Halo was, or even how you know, Metro Exodus is doing. So maybe they don't go all the way back to what they had in Halo 1, but they kind of do what Metro does with the whole, you know, sandbox type levels changes and stuff. You moved over here, now you get to run around this area and explore until you're done with that, and then you move on to the next section or whatever. That's fine. I don't know, but I have to reserve judgment because it's too hard for me to really definitively say I'm yay or nay against something until I really see more of it. I mean, all I know is like a little snippet of a trailer. But we'll see, man. I mean, I like the Halo 4 was probably my favorite Halo as far as campaign. Mm-hmm. Halo 5 definitely had a dope multiplayer. So, you know, we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see.
Okay. No doubt about it. I mean, like, Halo 4. But see, that's the thing, right? There are people. This is the thing that trips. Yeah, hashtag save life. Thank you, Redneck Gamer. You know what I'm saying? My man from OKC. You know what I'm saying? From the mad state of Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? Representing. The thing of it is with me. Yeah, I get it. Block may never come back. He may not. Will I be disappointed? Fuck yeah, I will. You know what I'm saying?
They could bring him back.
They could. No, they could. They could. I mean, it. Like I said, this reminds me so much of God of War in the sense of why I was saying what I was nervous about with God of War. That makes me nervous about Halo. And you know what I'm saying? And me and Don, we got to have a dev and a gamer. And you know what I'm saying? If we have to add a couple of Halo guys in there that will talk about this, that's fine. But
they got a lot.
But Don
you add me after busting you, Don, and Chaos's ass. You just remember who the Halo man is.
You know what? You know what? When we come in here, when we do Halo again, I can't wait to stream it. And then your ass is mine. You sit there, you ran, you hid until everybody was fighting, and then you came in and you shot somebody one time, and then you come like, ha. And when it came down to that, gameplay, bro, let's be realistic. When it came down to that one-on-one pistol play, what happened to you?
You was at the bottom.
No, you was at the bottom. That's what happened. No, you was running. You ran. Okay, Mega. Your pistol game's hot. Your pistol game's hot. We gonna stream this. We gonna stream this. We gonna stream that. But anyway, that's cool. But this is the thing right here. Like, you can come in to be a mop boy. That's what you can do if that's what you want to come on the Dev and the Gamer. But that's the thing. What's gonna happen right here is like, Don said something that was completely, like, I never thought he would say this, and I totally agree. Like, you know what? If they completely fall to these ultimate fanboys, and you know what I'm saying? Look, I get that you might want to make some changes to make these stands happy. But let's not forget, these guys don't even like Halo 5's multiplayer. They want the old Halo 1 and 2 multiplayer. If you think that game is going to survive off of that trash-ass, old-ass system, when you play Halo 5 and when you go back to the Master Chief's collections, as great as that game is, when you go back and play it, as beautiful as it looks graphically and what they did to it, when you go back and play that old style, you're like, please let me get back on Halo 5. Lord, please. So I hope that they didn't just listen to just these stands and just lost themselves into bullshitting to keep Master Chief there because they fear that they're not going to get supported, because Halo is Halo, Gears is Gears, God of War is God of War, Uncharted is Uncharted. These games are going to get supported no matter what. There might be people that don't like them and that don't like the changes that they make, but overall, they will support them. There was a lot of God of War fans that did not like the new direction, what they were doing with God of War. That is just a fact. So that's the thing. That's just what. And then once the game came out, and then once you played it, then you realize, okay, this shit is legit. No, is the story better than God of War 2 or 3? Absolutely not. But the game is solid. I can get with this new direction of what they're doing. So if they do it right, if 343 does it right, I'm cool with it, because it's all still speculation. But if they go out and they just try to cater to a certain group because they have screamed the loudest, I will not support Halo. I said it, goddammit, I mean it. I will not support you over here taking a small tangent of people that only just want a certain thing and don't want you to make proper changes to a game. I will not support it, because I love the direction that 343 was going with Halo 4 and Halo 5. I hope that they evolve it to the way that they're supposed to be. I'm sorry. Go ahead, 108. I'm so upset about this. I'm so upset. I'm upset. It's speculation, but I'm so upset just by what I read.
Listen, man, I'm a big Halo retard, and the last Halo, like I always said, that was one of them novels that people didn't like in the beginning. They should have never did that story. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you're gonna take out Master Chief, you got to do it like they did it in Gears and Marcus Phoenix and retire these dudes. They're older. You got to do it right. But you just can't go and change the narrative for anybody or what everybody expects, because he is the Superman of that universe, and you just can't kill him off. But you have to bring in new talent that people are going to respect, like he's passing the mantle. You just can't make an adjustment game to game with no foundation to go on top of it. You know what I'm saying? You got to. Halo's a $1 billion franchise. Once again, it made $1 billion again this generation. It's not something they could just go around and just play with the money. They can't play with that franchise.
Yeah, to be honest,
if that game falters left in any way, they might be done forever, because they have some hardcore fans, just like a lot of these other games do. But them Halo fans is a little different. Yeah, so if they talk crazy, it's because they got a lot of pressure, because the single player didn't produce. The multiplayer is ridiculous. But story-based wise, they got to introduce it right. They got to take them off that mantle properly, and you got to introduce a character who can live up to that legacy. Just can't put anybody there. Master Chief is a legend. No. Remember what they used to call him? The
demon?
Yeah, the demon. They know what he is. He's a monster. They made him into the superhero. You know, when Dom died in Gears, people was hurt. I know people that.
Oh, I was hurt.
They was crying.
I was hurt.
It was hurt.
I was fucked up when Dom died.
Yeah, everybody was. Shit.
Because the fact that Dom was legit. He was literally my favorite character from Gears 1 all to the way 3. I always wanted to be second player because I wanted to play as Dom. When everyone else played ahead of me in Gears 3, they said, you're not going to like this chapter. I said, why? Once that scene happened, that music came on, I was like, don't do me like that.
Yeah, it's an epic game, man. And the same thing with Halo. It's an epic series. You know, when Kratos finally dies, people gonna be hurt.
Yeah, no, that.
They gotta make this boy. They gotta make this boy.
But you gotta give PlayStation fans credit, because they're going to accept it. They're going to accept it and ride on with his son.
I mean, you know what? I agree with that. But there's quadruple the Halo fans that there is of God of War.
No, I know that. I know that.
It's a little bit easier to please them.
Okay. But that's the thing, though. 108. That's the one. They couldn't stand the Arbiter. They couldn't stand I can't remember her name. The chick that was part of the one big ship that got stuck in Halo 4. They couldn't stand that chick, or the person that was that helmed that ship. They don't. There's people that I even see, like, how in the hell could you, Palmer? Thank you. How in the hell could you not like Red Team? Like, playing Halo Wars, like, I have more love for for the Red Team than I have for any other squad, even Lock Squad. The Red Team goes in, like, they are all about the action. They are trying to get back home. They're like Voyager, like it's like, but their stance. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't like Palmer. Look, man, she's about that business. The fact of it is to me is that, look, I love how, and this is why 343 should get all the credit in the world, because they not only humanized Chief and 4, but they also gave a.
Wait, which one was Red Team?
Red Team is from Halo. They're the guys from the Halo Wars.
They from Halo Wars.
Yeah, they're from Halo Wars.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was trying to remember.
Yeah. They're
the ones that Chief think they're dead, and they're not.
Yeah, they're not. They're still Gen 1 guys.
No, they're Gen 2. No, they're
Gen 2.
I
thought that main dude. I thought that
no,
one
they
dude
got
was
hurt
Gen 1.
with. No, they didn't do the first when Chief and them got abducted and got hit with all the stuff in them.
Yeah,
they didn't. It didn't work out for them, so they put them in cryo sleep. But they made the other people from the Spartans who thought they were dead.
Right.
And then they end up bringing them back because then the technology was better. And when they did Spartan 3s, they brung them back out of cryo sleep.
Okay, cool.
But Chief thinks they're dead.
Right. Chief,
I know
that.
The originals think they're dead.
Yeah, all the originals think that they're dead. Right. That's why I thought they were Gen 1. Okay, but 100. That's why I'm coming. I'm gonna come to you now, and that's the thing. Like, do you understand where I'm coming from on this? Do you think that I'm off base? I know, because I know this is still speculation, but I mean, if they do this, if they do a soft reboot to where they kind of erase everything that happened between 4 and 5, what is going to be your thought process about that?
For one, they're not going to erase it.
Okay.
For one, people is tripping off of
Okay.
when they see that E3 trailer. It looks like they're on the first Halo ring. That's not the first. That's not that Halo ring that you come in. You forgot that Cortana, she's with the creative now. Now you got the Banish now, where the UNFC, you know what I'm saying, materials might be going down because you can't do that. You got AI switching over. You don't know who you can trust. So when they say something soft, that means that Chief might have to go redo his armor again. Cortana is part of the creative. So she has her own faction. Then you got the Banish that you got from Halo Wars.
Thanks to Atriox.
So then they just found out the Spirit of Fire just came back. Team Osiris is still there. Buck just left it. Buck went back to his old ODST boots and they made them all Spartans.
Right.
Him and his wife, even old boy that portrayed them, they all Spartans. Buck left. So it's nothing wrong with that. But Osiris is still there. But what if you integrate the Chief with Osiris and Blue Team and split them off?
That would be great. Look, okay.
We don't know that. Maybe you might have a side story. Maybe you give Osiris, since we don't get a Halo game like once every 4 years or something like that.
Remember
give them their own game.
Remember this too. Just quick hat is that they're not doing numbers anymore. They're doing.
No, they said they done with that. They said they were done with that.
Yeah, right. So that's why every game for the past 2 games have all been subtitled and everything. So we're gonna start.
Let me.
I think that's gonna.
Hold on.
I'm gonna hold off. Hold on.
No. Okay, hold off. But I want 100 to finish. I just wanted to elaborate to what Xpot448 said. He said, "I really like Locke as a character, but I don't see him taking over. He didn't have the original struggle of being taken away from his family as a kid." Look, this is not about Locke. This isn't about Locke. I know that there's some people, because I always say #save Locke, and I'm like
#save Locke.
Yeah, and I'm all about Team Osiris and things like that. No, I'm not looking for Locke to take over as the new protagonist of
Hell no.
of Halo. That's not what I'm
real quick, Mega.
Go ahead.
Gotta pay the bills. Sir X-Men says,
yeah.
damn it, team save Locke.
Thank you. Yes, team. Yeah, no.
You know what I think the mistake is, though?
What's up? What's up?
Keep on looking at it as one person replacing another.
That's not the way.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
That's not what he's trying to get to. That's not what I'm
talking.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that K Mega's saying that. I'm saying that people are they looked at Locke replacing Chief, and I'm not even thinking that that's where 343 is even going there. No, they're looking at a squad. I think what they can do with Halo is change it from just being a single player game only to a better version of what Destiny is.
Thank you. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You hit the hammer on the nail. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
You hit the nail on the head.
You hit the nail on the head. Thank you. Sorry, that's the Crown Black talking. What I'm saying is,
you got Crown too, man. I got the Crown Vanilla going on over here, boy.
Let's go. Anyway, so what I'm talking about is, when I talk about hashtag save Locke, I'm not talking about Locke take over as the protagonist of being the face of Halo.
Did everyone else go?
No, not yet. Calm down.
Okay.
Calm down, Knuckles. You'll be last.
The alcohol's hitting and
hold on. Let me finish. Okay. So the thing of what I'm trying to say is that, because this is really passionate to me, because I am a huge Halo fan. Mm-hmm. Huge. And so the thing to me is that I just want them to have their part. I want Red Team to have their part. I want Atriox and them to have their part. I want Blue Team to have their part. I want the Halo universe to actually expand. Not to just every time that they have a Halo that it has to be Master Chief. That shit to me is irrelevant. Like, we got to get past that. I want to know more about what's going on with the Arbiter and how he's trying to take over. How he's trying to take over that aspect. I want to know what's going on with this. And anytime that when it comes to a big, huge Halo event, then you bring the king of Halo, which is Master Chief, into that game. Like, I don't mind you bringing.
Don't rely on needing to bring them in the game. Just
no. This is what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with Halo, with Master Chief coming back and then setting everything right, or doing this and doing that. But what I want is for the universe to expand to where everybody, to have, Miriak said it right, to have spinoffs, to where you have all different types of games to play, to where you can have a Destiny type game where you're playing with Team Osiris and you're playing with Red Team and you're playing with whoever else that's involved. That's what I'm saying. And you also have Halo Wars, and you also have this, and you also have that, and you also have the granddaddy of them all, the biggest AAA, quadruple A Halo game, and you can present it with Master Chief. I have no problem with that. But goddammit, I just don't want every game to have Chief on it. In the stands, that's what they want, and I hope that they don't do that. Because if they do, then I cannot be because what you're doing, you're taking away from the saga of the universe, and you're making it into a fucking Mario game with with characters that's supposed to be more realistic than Mario. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, 100. If you gotta finish. If not, then I'm gonna go to you live.
Yeah, well, I'll put it this way. I feel what you're saying. They didn't like Buck at first. When ODST came out, they said the same thing about Buck and they crew. Now they love him. What? Why he couldn't run Team Osiris? So, like I say, to keep it a buck, everybody don't like minorities. I see what you did there. Everybody ain't liking the minorities like that. You know, it was a minority in charge. Well, how we know? We knew he worked for Oni, but a lot of people don't know what Oni is. Well, why they didn't explain him? Because they had a TV, they had a little joint they had on a Halo channel. It's called, you can go look at YouTubers that have read all these comics and these books. You know, I love Blue Team, but Blue Team is old. You see George and them, you see them? They old. They in their 50s.
Right.
I don't care how much enhanced they are. But see, people wanted to, you know what I'm saying? They want that love story between Cortana and the Chief. That's not the real Cortana that we got, that y'all know of. She's dead. They can make they only got to have a little fragment of her and can make another Cortana. And if you watch the beginning of Halo 5, what do Halsey say? She tells Locke, one day you might have to kill us both.
Right.
That wasn't the original Cortana. She didn't even know. At the time she was probably making that new Cortana. Chief was over there in Halo 4, over there messing with the Didact and shit. She didn't know where he was. Everybody put him KIA. So people got to understand this is just because you don't see it in a game. That world is super big. It's super big. It's you know that what's my man name from Halo Wars from the one that died? What's his name? I can't think of his name, but he died at the end. If you didn't play it, that's your fault. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I can't.
You know his daughter is looking for him now. People don't understand that.
You know what? I think that's what she might mean by a soft reboot. Meaning that they might go back and explain a lot of stuff that didn't make sense to a lot of people.
Right. And also Vogue, he sit there and he made a voice. He said it was Nightfall that showed Locke's backstory. I get that, but a lot of people probably didn't go and check that out. Like when you because when you
and even with that, they didn't go but so deep with it.
Yeah, and they didn't go really as deep as they could have. Like what they should have done. What they should have. The biggest problem with Halo 5. The biggest issue with Halo 5 is that there is first not only the marketing, because you had this one Spartan looking for another Spartan. They had this outlook, and when you first played Halo 5, you're like, oh shit, this is about to go down. But it totally changed, and I think that's what got a lot of people upset about it, because they were like, well, why am I playing with both teams, and why is it that I gotta befriend this person when I'm really actually team this, team that, whatever. Okay, I get that, right? What the marketing was the biggest factor, but also nobody didn't know who Locke was unless you played Master Chief Collection. And you seen that little clip where he was talking to the Arbiter and them, and then he was like, I'm looking for the one, and then the Arbiter's like, that was my enemy, that was the demon, but now he's my friend. And then you got this whole concept of where they made a mistake on that. And they admitted that.
They didn't like the Arbiter on Halo 2.
No, they hated him.
These people, you gotta understand, the Halo community,
Sorry to say it,
they just like the Xbox. They happy 1 minute,
get back
they
on
happy
track,
the next.
Get back on track.
We're on track.
They happy the next. They on point 1 minute, then the next. Now they love the Arbiter. Why you couldn't play the Arbiter? You didn't like the Arbiter in Halo 2.
Stand the Arbiter.
They complained about it.
They hated it.
It's like they complained about Locke.
Right.
But thing about it was Bungie didn't budge.
Or Palmer or whatever.
Now I hope 343 don't budge. Bungie didn't budge.
That's what my argument is overall about why. Like, look, I get you know what I'm saying?
Well, they did, but they just made the Arbiter a playable side character. That's what it was.
Right. Well, I mean, it's the same thing in Halo 5. But but the media, the media, and then just all of social media went in on 343 by saying that they destroyed Halo. And because Xbox doesn't talk about it, doesn't show their actual numbers of how much Halo sold.
It's just the same people that reviewed Anthem, Crackdown, and Jump Force.
Exactly.
My bad.
No, you're right. I mean, and that's the thing, right? These the same people that did these reviews and said that those 3 games were trash. But then yet when they came up there talking about Halo 5's story, they came in hard. When I did that video, that was probably the most disliked video from so many people that I've ever had. because when I made that point when Ryan McCaffrey and all them said that, and then there was this one YouTuber, I can't remember his name, was Jamaican. He was saying that Ryan McCaffrey and them was being racist about the shit. Like, I didn't go that far, but but you know what I'm saying. But I mean, look, when you looking at it as a you see a black protagonist, he comes out and then he's doing that, and then people say, well, I like Johnson. Johnson's always been a fucking side character. He's never been the man.
You could never play with Johnson. People
you
don't know.
Never played with Johnson. Johnson was the number one.
The original Spartan
He's
1.
the original Spartan 1, right? Like,
and they don't even know that.
And they don't even know that. That's the thing. And that's the thing. But then when you had Ryan McCaffrey and them talking, I don't like, well, this Locke dude, the character was, he had no emotion. He had no shit like that. That's what pissed me off, because I'm like, look, bro, hold on. Pump your brakes. Because Chief don't got no goddamn fucking emotion. He don't got no emotion.
He just
now getting it because 343 actually gave him he made him into a real character. He never had no emotion.
I was a robot. What Cortana say? He said you was a robot.
Yeah.
And then when he told that captain, he told you in so many words, fuck you. You can go on and go. And what'd he do? Oh boy, got reprimanded. Now he's going after. People don't understand that guy, captain. He quit the UNFC. He's a politician. You know he's going after the chief.
Yeah.
You trying to get the chief put down?
Right.
That he's too old.
And that's the
But you guys don't know that because you don't go look at the lore. You don't go do your research.
You don't do your research. You just go. There's a lot of people that just follow because they just, well, I don't like because this is that. And it makes me sick to my stomach. Like, the lore of Halo is so much bigger than any of these characters. It's bigger than Locke. It's bigger than Team Osiris. It's bigger than Red Team. It's bigger than Blue Team. It's bigger than goddamn Master Chief. It's the universe. When we think about Star Trek and Star Wars, right? Like, there could be people that could be upset about Luke Skywalker and the situation that happened with that and all that because of the writing and things like that. I get that. But however that happened, you still went and probably most likely seen Han Solo, or you probably are going to go see the new Star Wars because you are more, you know what I'm saying? They killed off goddamn Han Solo. Han Solo is one of the most beloved characters out of Star Wars. They killed him off because you know why? The saga is bigger than the character, and that's what you do to get other people involved into your story, into your saga. That The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones is like killer at it. Like, they do it the right. Like, we give two shits. Like, the only time that when everybody went crazy is when Jon Snow died. And then people, even I stomped around my goddamn place and I said, you better bring this motherfucker back or I'm not watching Game of Thrones. That's the only one. Everybody else, it's free for kill. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, that's what you got to do with Halo, is that you got to present the universe and not just make it about Chief. Let me go to you, 108. Did you want to touch on this, elaborate on this?
Already did.
Okay. All right. Knuckles, you go ahead and do it, and then we get to our last topic.
Okay. So, all right. Well, first off, like I said, I'm pretty fucked up at this point. But here's my point, right? So, with them wanting to do a soft reboot, and I've said this on multiple shows, I'll reiterate it again, because you Mega, you Lemon, you Hunted, everyone else on this podcast is a diehard Halo fan. Here's the thing for me. I never got into Halo. And when I say I never got into Halo, I played the games, but it was never the thing that stuck me in and what got me into Xbox, right? I read the books. I read all the books because of the fact that that's all my friends talked about back in high school and stuff like that. And I played the original Halo on the OG Xbox, but I didn't go out and buy it or get an Xbox because of Halo. I didn't get a 360 because of Halo 3 and everything else. No. Here's my thing on Halo, right? What 343 is doing with their series is what they did with Halo 4 is exactly what the Coalition did with Gears 4. They played it safe. While they tried to add a little bit into it, they didn't change too much. They tried to add on to it, tried to keep it very much to what it was, but played it too safe. What they did with Halo 5, as Lemon has said on multiple shows, Halo 5 everyone hated because of the fact that 343 has actually taken the time to pay attention to the lore from the books, what was previously established by Bungie, and was trying to tell a story that no one was really thinking of, and everyone hated because of the fact that they were talking about Cortana going rampant, and no one liked that. Everyone hated that because of the fact that everyone had this deep, endearing thing for Cortana and Chief. Here's the thing: Bonnie Ross originally stating that the universe is the main player and the Halo story, and everything else is kind of just adds on to it. That she should have stuck by her guns. She should have stood by that comment and continued. Now, with the fact that they're talking about a reboot, that is good and is bad. And here's the biggest thing about why it's good. Let me ask you this, okay? And I'm going to ask this to everyone on the panel, everyone in the chat, everyone. What does Halo have a true villain? Has Chief ever come up against some grandstanding opposition that it has incited any sort of adversity, any sort of fear, or anything that you're just like, yo, this thing, this person, this whatever the fuck it is literally the greatest evil in the universe. I have to stop it. Let me ask you that right now. I want to start with you, Lemon. Is there such a
yes, in Halo 4.
And what was in Halo 4?
What was that dude name?
The Forerunner.
Yeah, in Halo 4, that's what it was.
Okay,
I forget his actual name. Yeah.
You're talking about the war. You're talking about the Warden, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Warden.
Mega. What about you?
Atriox is the biggest and baddest.
Okay, hang on to that. 100. What is the greatest villain? Okay, that's what I thought. Livewire. What is the villain that stands out for you in Halo? What is the one grandstanding villain? Right.
Right now is what's his name? Atriox.
Okay, so Atriox, right? Here's the thing. In Halo 1, was there a grand villain that had to be stopped? Absolutely.
Nah, other than the Flood and the Collect.
Okay, other than the Flood, faceless enemies, right? It was a parasite that infected others that was spreading through everything, right? Halo 2, was there any sort of grandstanding villain?
I guess you could go with the what's his name? Something Peace.
It was Truth. Truth was that was Truth in the Covenant, because he was trying to get because he was trying to get to Earth.
Right.
Okay.
For the Forerunner.
Okay.
But were they some grandstanding villain that incited some sort of dread when you met them, right?
No, well, no.
Okay, exactly. Is there anything?
Hold on, Knuckles. Hold on. In the first Halo, it was the whole war with the
It was the war,
so
but
it was a villain. It's a war.
The villain is the whole Covenant.
Right.
The villain is the whole Covenant.
But that's creating a faceless enemy because of the fact that you're vilifying an entire another race. That's what exactly started every great war and everything. All right. That I understand where y'all are coming from. Here's this is my point of view, right? Y'all are saying the entirety of the Covenant, right? But that's creating a faceless entity to vilify, to give some sort of semblance of reasoning for war. There was no grandstanding thing that was absolutely different. Hold on. Let me explain my point.
No, listen to me. Pay attention. Halo's about the universe like Star Trek. There is no one enemy in Star Trek.
It got multiple.
Exactly. You're looking at it the wrong way.
You got multiple, and then you got to understand this too, is that we didn't the UNSC didn't start, the humanity didn't start the war with the Covenant. They started the war.
I understand that.
So you want
it happened, but hang on, let me explain my point.
Let him explain it. Then we let him explain it. Then we light his ass up. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the reason I asked these questions, right, is because of the fact that I wanted y'all to point out something. But here's the thing: y'all are fans. Y'all will look into it a lot more deeper. Here's the thing, right? In those games, especially in Halo 1, yes, I get it. It's a war. You're using the whole Covenant as an aspect, but that is hundreds of different, there's really like 4 or 5 species at that point that make up the entirety of the Covenant Alliance at that point, or anything like that.
It's more than 5 that you don't know about them.
I understand that, but what we recognize is what I'm getting at. But that's still a faceless entity that you are using to vilify to give a reason. And now we understand the plight of the UNSC. Okay, I'm not denying what they did, but I want to give another aspect and look at another franchise just to give a clarification. When you look at Gears 1, who was the grandstanding villain that incited fear?
The whole.
It wasn't just the Locust as a whole. Rom specifically, general of the Locust.
Yeah,
when you first meet him in the very first chapter, the dude leads an army, leads an assault on Alpha Team. You watch him murk Kim in front of your face, and he has the gall to just walk away and use his minions to attack. You're not even worth a damn to him. Then in Gears 2, who is the next grandstanding villain? You have Scourge, the head priest of the Cantus, who is literally hunting all of Delta Squad and everything. The first time we see him, the dude is walking around with a double-bladed chainsaw and is fighting Dizzy on top of the rigs while everyone is going underground to try and fight the Locust, right? And that's when we first see the Lambent. And then, of course, in Gears 3, we have Queen Mira, as well as we also see the rising of the Lambent Locust, right? Those are actual villains. Now, I'm not saying that Halo doesn't have that, but it was so sporadic. But we were using a faceless entity, right? And when you look at it now,
well, hold on.
Hang on. Let me continue. Let me continue for a second. All right. When you look at it now, they are adding that. Hey, 343 has added that, right? And especially with Halo Wars 2, Atriox writing him into the story, writing him into the lore. That dude with the Banished is one of the most badass and most terrifying dudes to exist in the Halo universe. He is a man who has stood face to face
in quite a few universes in gaming.
Yes, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
He takes nothing. He is a dude who is a legitimate antithesis to everything that has been incited and stated right now.
OG.
Antithesis.
The antithesis of OG.
What the hell is that word?
No. Antithesis. No. That's he's right. No, Atriox. This is the thing.
You gotta go get the.
No. Knuckles is on his shit.
Get that thesaurus.
Yeah, get that thesaurus. Get that thesaurus. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Look, as a country dude, you know what I'm saying? Atriox is the antithesis. Listen to that. Antithesis of OG.
Y'all know what that means.
No.
Please hit
one. You want to impress me? Spell it right now and don't Google it.
You know what? Wait, hold on. Get him, baby butt. Get a baby butt.
Hey, y'all know what that word means? Hit the one button. If you gotta, you better have a AA or a BA. He over here
there for a minute.
I got the fans on my side right now. They know.
Come on, Stephen.
He's right.
Stephen A.
Bloody is
preaching. Come on, Stephen A.
Bloody preaching.
All right.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead. Finish up.
What I'm trying to say is that Halo for the longest time did not have it. Don't get me wrong. The story was around Chief in the get-go from the original trilogy, right? Don't get me wrong. That is absolutely true. Then they had the introduction of the Arbiter and everything that was going on within the Covenant in 2, and later how it played a major priority come 3 and everything that happened in that. The Arbiter was still a side character, but he had an importance. But he was still exactly that. He was a side character. At that point, it was still revolving around Chief. And as the story has grown, it still utilized Chief as the center point of the story. Yes, I understand what Bonnie was saying, that the universe itself, if you go back and read the books, it talks about the years before Chief. Look at First Contact, right? Look at the fall of Reach and everything. It talked about the entirety of the Spartan program. Yes, it talked about John 117, but it talked about everyone who was around. Then we had Halo Reach, which talked about Noble 6, all right? It talked about a group of Spartans other than Chief. That is her point about the universe being the story. That is what they need to focus on. Now, them doing a soft reboot is a good thing and a bad thing for several reasons, right? Because the fact that if they do a soft reboot and they do this time traveling nonsense, I want them to go back to certain key points. Yes, understanding what Chief did. However, do not just focus on Chief. Understand the interactions and what was going around. Use that as the
talk about it.
Use that as the point. Again, I'm a person who did not get into the Halo game. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm still playing through the series. I'm trying to go through that all. For 1 through 5 are all on Game Pass. I'm just going to throw that out there. But the fact is, Chief, yes, was the face of Halo because of the fact that he became one of the most notable characters. He was the most notable. But the fact, do not rely on him to be the glue. When they did Halo 5 and they were talking about it when they first launched it, it was the story of, hey, the hunt for Master Chief from Spartan Locke and everything. They did Halo Nightfall and everything else. Look at Forward Unto Dawn. Yes, it talked about Chief, but it talked about everyone onto the Dawn. It was talking about all the regular soldiers from the UNSC that were on the Forward Unto Dawn that were literally porting the story while Chief was still in cryo sleep, okay? There are other stories going on. We saw how successful that can be. Do not focus on him being the aspect. Yes, if you're going to do a reboot, let him be a part of it, but do not make it the solidifying aspect that makes everything around the universe exist. Now that they are walking away from numbered sequels and everything is being subtitled, you have a lot more range to expand the universe in several different directions. You can pull so many other different characters. Not every story needs to have Chief involved at some point.
You know what?
Yeah.
As a part-time fan, you ain't gonna come in here and be talking about my man Chief. Let them kill off one of your anime leaders and watch you be in depression for about 8 months.
Absolutely, they did.
Come in here with your part-time Halo loving ass.
They
and
did.
talk
They
no
have
shit.
done
Mr.
that.
Part-time.
You part-timer.
No.
You ain't even beat all the games. You can't even talk. You ain't even beat all the
You
games.
playing Halo 10 years after it was made. Get your ass out of here.
You shut your ass up.
Roll out.
They have done
Roll
that.
out.
Never.
Get your ass out of here.
All right. We gotta wrap it up.
We are not the Autobots.
We gotta
We are
wrap it
not
up.
rolling out.
We gotta
are
wrap
not
it up.
The Autobots. We are not rolling out.
We
They
gotta
have done
wrap
that
it
in
up.
animes.
Roll out like a critter.
Everybody,
Get your ass out of here.
everybody,
Come on,
we gotta wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up.
We gotta go. We gotta
We
go.
gotta wrap it up. We got one
I
more
got fans
topic.
watching the game,
We
and I gotta play the
one
division.
more
All
topic,
I'm
and we about to
saying-
get out of here.
Let me just end it right. All right. All I'm saying is that
Lord.
Make
they're
it quick.
Are you gonna breathe?
I will. Here's the thing.
Hurry
is
up,
that
get it done.
I'm trying to. All right. At this point in the storyline, Chief is old. Don't make him need to be the absolute centerpiece.
Yes.
There's so many other possibilities with that.
I agree with that, but you ain't gonna come in here and kill my man.
All right,
No, they don't need to kill him.
Okay,
Let
okay,
him go
bye.
up. Hey, do it.
Baby, bye.
Let him do a Metal Gear send off.
Okay.
Let him
Well,
go off
nope.
and do his own thing.
You know what?
All right?
I totally agree with. Him. Okay, hold on. What Misfit guy says? He says honestly, with these factions in Halo, I don't see Chief taking all of them on his own. That's the thing, right?
Absolutely true.
That's
True. Aatrox is the best.
That's the thing. That's the thing right there.
Also, with them wanting to do.
Hold on, Knuckles. It's my time now. Relax. Okay.
I'm sorry, it's the alcohol speaking at this point.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. We're on the show. And then we're about to finish. We're about to do our last topic and get the hell out of here. I'm gonna make this last point. This is what I'm saying. Like, his streets is like, let them go on. No. Look, what we gonna have to do is have no. What we gotta do is that we gotta talk about this again. And then, like, me, what I'm saying, me and Don, and then we're just going to have to add a couple of people in here, Xbot, maybe 100, what I'm saying, Knuckles, whoever, and then, what I'm saying, and then just talk about it and get a different type of aspect of whatever it is. Because, what I'm saying, I was hoping Soul King, because he said he was going to come on, and I wanted to get a different perspective, but it just didn't happen. But this is the thing with me, right, is that in every epic movie or every epic game or show or whatever, there's an end boss. There's this, there's that. Like the Flood on Halo is pretty much that next level end boss.
the flood and guilty spark.
Right, but
It's still
but see, I don't even think that 343 knows what they have with Atriox.
I think they do.
Remember,
he's alive at the end of Halo Wars 2.
I hope they do. I hope they do. You know what I'm saying? Because
he's the perfect villain.
Atriox is the Master Chief of evil, pretty much. Atriox is everything that Master Chief is, but he's just on the opposite side. And you can hate him or love him because he has a different perspective of how the universe should be. Hold on, let me see. He said, Anchor X says what Xbox is saying is interesting, but K Mega needs to keep it rolling.
Hey, Street, everyone else is supporting me, so I'm just saying.
No. Anchor X is saying, look,
people supported Donald Trump too.
I don't know what Xbox. I didn't see what Xbox said, but I
think he's making fun of me. He's making fun of me.
Oh, okay.
Can I just give like one last point?
Go ahead, make it quick.
Okay, to be quick, is that the fact is they're trying to change, they're trying to keep it pushing, they're trying to keep it evolving. All these hardcore Halo stands, the hardcore Halo stands wanted to stay what Bungie started, and yet when they do that, like they tried to do before, they're just like, why can't Halo do something more? Why can't Halo grow? So you're saying that you wanted to stay the same, and yet when it stays the same, you complain that it's not doing more. And then when they tried to do more with Halo 5, everyone got mad at it, right? I want them to do a soft reboot. Yes, there's the RPG elements. Here's the thing. If they do soft RPG elements like Borderlands style, keep the Spartan abilities, keep everything, whatever they do.
No. Okay, there's no more hanging on. You're done. Stop.
It's time to go.
You said that you wanted to make a point, but you wanted to keep it rolling. Look, I got to get that stream. I got to get that stream.
Go make a video about it on your channel.
Make a video about it on your channel. I got to get the stream deck. Too much. Stop it.
All right.
Shut it down.
Bye. I'm out. You heard him. He's gonna give me the ejectocito.
You about to get it? Stop it. It's over. Okay. No. He can. No. We've gone way longer than what it is. I just wanted to make this last point, and then we get on to the last topic, and then we get on because Knuckles is going to make his point on this last topic. So again, this is it. Look, the universe is. Bonnie Ross said this. The universe is bigger than any individual. Then make it so. Do not let the stands take over because they want Master Chief to be the all end all. It should not be that. It never should be that. Luke Skywalker had to die. Luke Skywalker had to die. Motherfucking Darth Vader had to die. In whatever saga that there is, there has to be death in order for them to bring life into anything else. So we can get readjusted to it and get reacclimated into it. So now,
even Captain Kirk died.
Yeah. I mean,
Captain Kirk
Picard
can take over.
Yeah, Wolverine. Goddammit, he's dead. He's dead.
He died so that way X-23 could take over. I mean, if you really want to go into anime, because someone was calling me out and don't know shit, Jiraiya had to die so Naruto could get better. Just saying. Vegeta had to die so Goku could get better.
I mean, this is just the thing
I'm about to die so I can ascend.
No. So anyway, let's get to the last topic. Let's get to the last topic and get out of here. All right, we're done.
Enough for the world.
We're done. Okay, we're done. All right. So, last topic. We're getting the hell out of here. Xbox. And their bold decision to
pay the bills.
Hold on. Let me see what's going on.
Thomas Frank
said, my wife said you guys are lit.
Woo! So I hope your wife will.
No, technically your wife is correct, but there's only 2 people lit.
That would be me.
Knuckles and K Mega. Ain't nobody else drinking.
They got me drinking on beer.
Some people call me an alcoholic. I prefer the term enthusiastic drunk.
No, you wrong. You should use the word connoisseur.
Can we get to the last topic?
Yeah, let's go.
Please.
Let's get me.
Please. No, I'm not skipping you on this because this is important. Okay, Knuckles, you know what? I'm going to go to you after Lemon. So that means you can't talk for 5 goddamn minutes. Okay?
All right. I'll shut the fuck up for once.
All right. Please. All right. No, so this. Thomas Franks, my wife said you guys are lit. Thank you, Miss Franks. We are here, and like I said, there's no other podcast that is chill as us, even though we have Bloody Knuckles. That's what we have. Baby Bot is informing. He's great. No, you're great. That's not an insult. You're great. I love you. That's why I had you on GRG. But the fact of it is that sometimes we have to wrap shit up. Okay, so look. All right, let's get to it. Xbot. Well, I said Xbot. Xbox and their bold move and the rumors with everything about their taking Game Pass to the Switch. I think we talked about that a little bit last week. But then there's also rumors that Xbox is wanting to take it to the PlayStation. They want to take it everywhere. They want to put it on TVs. They want to put it on microwaves. They want to any goddamn thing that's got a goddamn internet connection. They want to put Game Pass on. So, the question I'm going to ask you, and I'm going straight to you, 108 Dragons from the Zeus. Is Xbox wrong for this? Is exclusives dead now from the Xbox platform because they made this decision? Talk to me. Preach. I want the listeners to hear you guys on this last topic preach. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, if you disagree with it or if you agree with it, but I want you to preach. I want you to give the listeners a reason of understanding of why you feel the way that you feel. Let me know.
He ain't talking.
Okay.
My mic was muted.
Okay. I was like, there goes them weak ass bowels again. Go ahead.
Damn.
Bloody.
It's like, man, Nintendo thing, I can see being a possibility. I don't think they would ever do it on a PlayStation platform because that is their main competitor. And
a lot of rumors going on saying they are, Jack.
Yeah, but a lot of people just want to say rumors to get people to click onto their stuff. Some things just don't make no sense. All being right. On a platform, being on a straight direct competition platform means your system means nothing. I don't think they would ever do that. But the Switch, they're in bed with the Switch. It's not outlandish. It's not something far-fetched, and that's not a direct competitor to any one of the major consoles.
But is Xbox losing their exclusives though?
I doubt that. And even if they did,
no, explain. No, don't say if they did. Explain why they wouldn't lose their exclusives. Because there's a lot of people out there that believes that narrative. So please explain.
I don't know if I can explain that because I can't see it. Why would they do that? Why? Okay, why buy Xbox? You could buy one system and have the best of everything, but Microsoft still wins because you don't make no money on console sales anyway. So they still would be in a win-win situation, but I don't see them doing that. I think they would get too much flack from their fans. But, like I said, man, I think going to the Switch is not a problem because they don't have to make a portable device. Putting it on cell phones, they don't have to have a portable device. It's a really a benefit of an investment because it'll be an app. Download the Xbox Game Pass app, you play it on your system. They don't have to make no hardware. They already got the infrastructure. So I can see it being beneficial in that point, but I do not see it going to a PlayStation platform.
Okay.
That I just can't see.
Okay, and if it does?
And if it does,
lose their exclusives.
Boy.
Explain. Let us know.
Okay, if it does, I think they would get ridiculed. I think
Are you going to ridicule it?
No, I'm not. because I'm going to be an Xbox dude, and you know,
So
I'm
that
gonna
makes you a
have both
fanboy,
consoles
right?
anyway. But it just
That makes you a fanboy, right?
well, I don't know.
Oh
I don't
no!
know
Come on, Lemon. You sound real. Come on. And I ain't never heard you sound so
because this is a
submissive.
stunner. I mean, nobody can really explain. I mean, I'm not
Come
going to
on.
go in and tell them. You know, everybody laughed at Phil for games as a service, and now who laughing? They made another $10 billion in a quarter.
But the question is, from fanboys, do Xbox lose their exclusivity if they put their games on? If they put their games on a PlayStation platform, do they?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes,
they
yes,
do.
they do.
They do.
Yeah, that would be a slap in the Xbox fanboy face.
So you think that the Xbox One console is irrelevant if they do that?
Yes, they do, because why would you buy it? You just go get a PlayStation and purchase their services.
I can't believe
you don't need it no more.
But Lemon from the Zeus, I'm about to fire your ass up after this.
Well,
but we gotta let everybody
me?
I'm about to fire you up, but that's okay. But you know, you my boy, you know that. You my boy, I love you to death. But I'm gonna have to. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull back because
everybody got to get some smoke once in a while.
I'm asking everybody this goddamn question, not just you, because this is a big, huge talking point amongst fanboys and girls out there, amongst Xbox for making this decision, if this is true, because it's still a rumor. And you just alluded to say that Xbox lost their exclusivity if they have their games on a PlayStation platform or PlayStation and Nintendo platform. So, okay. Anything else you want to address on that? Damn, my boy Lemon's quiet. God damn.
I said no.
Okay.
I said no.
Okay, I didn't hear it. Okay. Livewire.
You
Talk some common sense, man. Because Lemon says they lose their exclusivity. I know you a former teacher, man. You're a person that teaches the youth. Now, I don't know. I'm not a teacher, so I could be wrong. But did Xbox lose their exclusivity? If this is true, if these rumors are true that they are trying to put Game Pass on the PlayStation on top of the Switch.
I mean, it depends on what they put on there.
Shit! Okay, keep going.
As far as the exclusives, like, I don't know, what are they going to get it day and date? Like, on
you sound
the
real
Xbox
suspect.
console?
Live, I ain't never heard you sound like this either. Lemon is one, and now here's you two. Come on now. Don't say if, don't say but, don't say and. Give me a goddamn answer. The people want to know. Did Xbox fail you did Xbox fails the gamers if they do this?
No, I don't care because I got a Windows PC, but you can use Word and all that shit on Apple. I just don't think Apple makes appealing products.
We're not talking about Apple. We're talking about their games. Did they lose their exclusivity if they put their game, if they get their game, if they have Game Pass on PlayStation? Yes or no?
I mean,
yes or no, Live?
Do they lose their games?
Yes or no?
Wait, say that again.
He don't want to answer.
He don't want to answer. Come on. This is GRG. I don't want no sliders. Yes or no? Did they lose their exclusivity? Did they? Okay. If PlayStation allows Game Pass to come on the PlayStation, did Xbox lose their exclusivity rights to their games because those games are on PlayStation? Yes or no? It's not an and. It's not an if.
I mean, if the games are on everything, it's on everything. Okay. It's exclusive to everyone.
All right, cool. All right, that's what I wanted to know. 100. Let me know.
Y'all ready to rumble? Y'all ready to rumble? Because that's me.
I'm ready.
No.
100.
That's me have to go take my place in the Xbox
for the
community.
Xbox fan base. Did Xbox lose their exclusivity?
They ain't lost nothing.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Tell them in line.
They ain't lost nothing. For one, if you do get it, you got to download their app and they own that app. For one. For two is, you will never see a Halo on a Switch.
Woo!
You won't see a Halo on a PlayStation.
You sure about
You'll
that?
get a super lucky tail.
Hold on. You sure about that though, 100?
I'm sure. You will never see a Halo on. How you going? A Switch can barely play Zelda.
Okay.
And they don't even talk.
Okay.
You think it's gonna play the Master Chief Collection?
If you're not gonna put
Man, I
that
own
just
the
games on,
Switch.
Hey, this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it.
I own a Switch, so it's not like I don't. I wouldn't mind. Now, if you use the app to stream and you in an environment that you can stream and do that, that's different. That's a different territory. But they don't lose exclusives because you're gonna have to go through them. Just like if you play Minecraft on the Switch or on the Wii U, you can log into your Xbox Live account and get all the achievements like you can get on Xbox.
Okay.
People don't know that. They're not educated. Microsoft is trying to have it where you can kind of game like, you know, you think I'm going to see Mario on Xbox? No.
Maybe.
I heard about some little Splatoon type of stuff.
Do you not think that the rumors about Splatoon 2 isn't true? You think so?
No.
So hold on.
They never
100, 100. So you actually think that Microsoft is going ahead and saying, look, we're throwing you Game Pass so you can have it on a Switch, but we want nothing back. We want nothing back. So you think the whole Splatoon?
Guess what get back? Guess what they'll get back is?
You think that's
when you
fake?
throw the Master Chief, you put Master Chief in Smash Brothers.
Okay. All right.
That's what you get back.
Then
you get back the hang on, you get back partnership. You get back partnership.
Chill.
Yeah. You get back partnership from here and there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like the bartering system. Like, all right, can I do this? You can have Master Chief on there. People don't understand. It's Mario on.
So you don't think Mario? But you don't think Mario is going to be on anything Xbox?
No.
Nothing.
We'll never see it.
Nothing. Okay.
No, never.
108 Dragons.
Never.
108 Dragons. Talk to me. 108 Dragons. I'm gonna come back to you. 108 Dragons. Please talk to me, bro.
Don't go back.
You don't see anything, if you know what I'm saying, because this is still a rumor. This is not 100%. But do you think that Nintendo is not going to give up anything to the Xbox for Xbox giving Game Pass to Nintendo?
No.
Nothing.
They might have crossover characters.
Okay, that's it. But no games. No Splatoon 2, none of that, right? Okay. Okay.
Nintendo's selfish. They always been that way.
Okay. All right. Livewire. Do you think that Nintendo is going to give anything to Xbox in the fact of giving anything back if Game Pass will be on the Switch?
It's hard to say.
No, I don't want to hear that bullshit. You Donald Trump. Talk to me. Talk to me. The people. Hold on. No. Listen.
Depends on what their partnership is.
Bro. Listen. This is GRG. We are the realest of the real. We don't come with that bullshit. We don't hypotheticals. We come with what we think and we just say it. So it's a yes or a no. I don't want to hear that I don't think so shit.
We telling them no.
Let me know. Give it to me.
Letting them know.
Give it to me.
If Microsoft is going to allow certain games over there on,
no, it ain't about. Look. If you Lemon and 100 just stated that it's really not Xbox call, it's Nintendo's call. So I'm asking you, do you think Nintendo's going to give anything back to Microsoft by giving Game Pass on to Nintendo? Yes or no?
They might.
What would it be? Would it be?
It might be like ARMS. And...
Okay, Splatoon 2. You think that rumor about Splatoon 2 is legit, or you think it's fake?
It might be, depending on how old.
No, I don't want to hear think. Yes or no? Yes or no?
It's a possibility. I don't see them doing Zelda and Mario.
Yes or no?
Okay.
Metro. But the smaller games, sure.
Okay. All right. Cool. Knuckles, I'm going to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to ask everybody this question and then I'll make my rebuttal at the end. But I'm going to go to you, Knuckles. Do you think that Xbox is going to get anything back from Nintendo, and do you think Xbox loses all the exclusivity if they do bring games over to the PlayStation off of Game Pass?
Let me ask you this.
No, don't ask me anything.
No,
Give me your answer. Don't ask me
question?
anything. You
question?
just answer my question.
Is it a super question?
Huh? It's a
Is it a
two-part
two-part
question.
question?
Yeah, it's a two-part question. Yes.
Okay, so yes, they'll gain something from partnering with Nintendo. No, they're not going to lose anything.
Okay,
They're not going to lose
explain.
exclusivity.
Talk to
That's
me.
what-
Talk about it.
Okay, so here's the thing. Phil Spencer is a smart man. I was
Mhm.
like, most of the marketing knows there's always a give and take in the industry. They're not going to entirely invest in something if they weren't given something. Yeah, I mean, there may not necessarily always be Nintendo IPs that are going to move over. However, that's also a lie because of the fact that look at everything that's slowly come over that was strictly Nintendo.
Right.
Mega Man series. Now we're getting the especially recently announced the Phoenix Wright trilogy that was only on 3DS or the Nintendo DS. Never been outside of that unless you played it on an emulator. We're getting that on Nintendo. Is it going to the PSN? Hell no, it's not. But it's on Xbox, that's for sure. So there's definitely an aspect of that. There's going to be some older titles, maybe some newer ones. It's still up in the air that are going to be making the transition over to the Xbox platform. Yes, that's also going through third parties. However, it's still stuff that was strictly Nintendo only. So there is still definitely works that are coming in the aspect. Are they losing exclusivity? No, they are not. Because of the fact that, let me ask you this. When you look at Netflix, Netflix is available on every platform. On tablet, on phone, on PC, on your Android, on your goddamn toilet, on your goddamn on your refrigerator.
Let's talk about it.
When you are subscribed to Netflix, when you watch those Netflix shows, what does it say? It says Netflix original. Why? Because you can only watch it through Netflix. Can you watch it anywhere else? Yes, but probably illegally. But can you watch it on Hulu? Hell no. Can you watch it through CBS? Hell no. You know why? Because it is a Netflix original. It doesn't matter where the hell it is. You still have to be subscribed to Netflix. You still have to have that account with Netflix. It don't matter where their app is. You're gonna get it through Netflix.
What? That's what I'm talking about. So, okay. So this is my last question to you guys. Okay. So now, any of you guys can elaborate and give your explanations to it. But I'm asking everybody on the panel right now and everybody in the chat. I appreciate everybody in the chat that's watching. Has Xbox lost their way? Has not only have Xbox lost their way, but has Xbox diminished their brand because of Game Pass and maybe putting Game Pass on other entities?
Has Coke diminished their brand by going with every competitor and saying, hey, you go to this company, you get the best Coke product around? No. That's exactly what Xbox is doing. It don't matter where the fuck you get an Xbox stuff. It's still Xbox, and you're getting it directly through people that they partnered with. It is not diminishing the brand in any aspect. They're expanding their avenues, right? They are putting it on more streets to be able to get that cheese so that way they could do what they do.
Right. Anybody else want to elaborate on that? Do y'all disagree with what Knuckles on that?
It's too cold.
Okay, it's too cold.
The drunken motherfucker's right.
Okay. All right. So let me elaborate and just give my points, and then we're gonna get out of here. I totally agree with Bloody Knuckles on this. All you have to do is think about music. I say music, movies, any type of other entertainment, right? It's really funny to me that there's so many people that take gaming and takes it and run off and put it in its own spot other than any other entertainment in the world, even though gaming is the number one entertainment in the world. PlayStation can hold this theory. I know they're not, because Sony is not stupid. They're not going to just allow everybody else around them to gain access to other users in order for them to just try to hold on to this hypothetical, we like to keep things old school. That was their mantra for this gen. Next gen is a whole different issue. And this is the thing of it that trips me out overall is that let's just say Sony just kept that same energy, right? Like they did everything that they did for last gen, and they're going to do it for this gen. How many more consoles will they sell out of that? 110 million, 120 million? Let's just say 140 million max. Let's just say 140 million consoles sold. And you know what? PlayStation fanboys and girls will just praise that up to the almighty, right? But the strategy of Nintendo, Xbox, Tencent, Epic, Verizon, Google, everybody else that's going to want to make gaming a service, and they're well over 200 million, 300 million, 400 million, 500 million. Will PlayStation's rhetoric make any sense to the console war? No, it won't. When you look at this is the thing right here. When they say, when Microsoft said that they want to reach out to the over the 2 billion gamers that's out there in the world, they can't just do that with consoles alone. Nintendo sees that. Nintendo has already have one foot out the goddamn door. I think that's why Reggie left. I said that in my drunken rant last week, and I'm not going to go on another one, but I'm just saying that Reggie and a whole look. There's a reason why a whole bunch of people are moving and leaving and going to different entities within out the gaming industry or getting out of the gaming industry, because they see the writing on the wall of what gaming is becoming.
They are leaving, especially Reggie, leaving on top, man.
Yeah, Reggie's leaving on top. Why would Reggie leave on top when Nintendo Switch is revitalized itself from the Nintendo Wii U?
Wii U, baby.
That's the thing that I think gamers have to really think about. That's why, within what's going on with PlayStation. If PlayStation, like I said before, I said this on the next podcast, if PlayStation signs up with Verizon, it is the smartest decision that they've ever done, because if their infrastructure is not proper with what they have with PlayStation now, it is not. Look, they have to do something to reach out to more gamers out there. That's a fact. Xbox hasn't lost anything, because if you're not downloading those games within the PlayStation infrastructure and you're downloading Xbox games off of the Xbox cloud,
that is going right into the Xbox ecosystem.
That's Xbox ecosystem. If you're getting achievements and not trophies, that's Xbox's property. You're not.
Let me be a hype man right now. Let me be a hype man.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm like, that is the thing right there that where people is just not understanding. Like I said, PlayStation. I said this on the next podcast last week. I went on a whole nother rant. I went on a rant on GRG last week, and I went on a rant on next podcast last Saturday on Xbox 448's channel, and Mooch was on there, and you know how Mooch will try to overtake. I took it over, because goddamn it, when I say what I say, everybody's gonna listen. That's just what it is.
Tell them.
Facts. Xbox knows what they got to do, and they know what they're trying to do. And if gamers don't want to participate, so the fuck what? Grab a goddamn console, the Anaconda, the Lockhart, and be happy with it. I'm getting the Anaconda. I want the best of the best. I ain't caring about no streaming. If PlayStation fans, if that shit does come true, and PlayStation fans get that shit over there,
now they understand the truth about Halo.
If PlayStation fans get Get Xbox, get Xbox games over there through Xbox's service through Game Pass. That shit's only 1080p max.
Sure.
I want 4K 60. I want the best of the best. You're still not going to stop gamers that love the Xbox infrastructure from getting an Xbox. And even if that's not 100 million plus, that's still anywhere from 39 to 60 million goddamn consoles out there on top of everything else that they're doing because they have monopolized the whole game.
Well, see, like I said, Kidmaker, the only people that are saying it don't matter, and they'll just play Xbox games on streaming and blah blah blah. More than likely, man, they ain't had the resources to get the Xbox or play it at its best, man. Hey, like I said before, when I got the PS4 and I traded that bitch in for the Pro, I got a 4K TV, so I can't live that lifestyle of playing the Slim. It's not good for me, man. It hurts my eyes.
You know what? That's the reason why I haven't really been playing on my PlayStation, because the X is just giving me more than I mean, it's just giving me more. And when I buy the PlayStation 5, I'm going to be playing the shit on the PlayStation games because it's a new toy and it's going to be good and it's going to make my games look even much more better on my QLED, and I can't wait. Not because, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the fanboy
that
shit.
Because of the fact that when I play, like, if people see me gaming, like, during the middle of the day, right, man, most of the time I'm at work, we have nothing but 1080p because we got Xbox One S's. Man, sometimes that bothers me because of the fact that I'm going from an X to an S and I'm going on to 1080p TV for my 4K. I'm just like, yo, especially like with Red Dead, I could see the difference in the damn resolution. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. And you know what? I think that the Xbox One Fat and the S needs to be discontinued. Needs to be dead.
Well,
bring the Xbox One X.
I want to go that far because we got to think about the consumer.
Nope. It needs to be dead.
Oh shit! He said nope. One console only. One
no,
to rule them all.
No, I didn't say
Lord of the Rings.
No, I didn't say.
God.
No, because there's Lockhart. Lockhart's going to be a better version than
next gen,
baby,
but not this current gen.
Kill the S. Kill the Fat. Get them out of here.
Hey, the Fat's
let console gamers get the best.
It's been dead since 2016.
Just kill the Slim with PlayStation. Kill the Slim. Kill the Vanilla. Let everybody get the Pro.
Oh yeah, PlayStation been
yeah. I mean that's just my thing about it. I mean I was one of the guys out there that was like, man, graphics don't matter. This don't matter, that don't matter. And then now, since I've gotten to the PC realm, I've gotten into better hardware, and my PlayStation, I only got a Slim. And when I'm playing God of War look gorgeous. Like I'm like, okay, God of War look fucking gorgeous regardless, right? But when I'm playing in Detroit look gorgeous regardless. But when I'm looking at other shit like Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm looking at this and that, is ashy, man. It's ashy Larry. There's no doubt about it. That's why I'm like, man, I'm not going to get a Pro. I'm not going to spend my money on a goddamn Pro. I should have got it last year. So I'm just going to wait till the PlayStation 5. So regardless. Anyway, we're out of here, man. I just wanted to say, if anybody wanted to give their fail of the week, please let me know. If not, then let us know to get out to shout out your channel and where they can find you at. 108 Dragons. If you got a fail of the week, let us know what your fail of the week is and where can they find you at.
I don't have a fail of a week this week because it's been a glorious one for me. But you can find me at 108 Dragons TV on everything, man. Instagram, Twitter, if you want up to the Tom speeds when I be going a little. I'm starting to get like bloody knuckles with the Twitter fingers. But yeah, 108 Dragons. Make sure you hit up that YouTube channel. I'm glad everybody came out. You already know. I hope y'all enjoyed my gameplay. Facts.
Trash. Anyway, go ahead.
Facts.
Bring us a better gameplay. I'm bringing Fight for New York.
Shit.
I'm bringing Fight for New York. You bring in Apex.
I could bring Fight for your ass after I tear you up in Halo.
Oh,
Facts.
We
We'll
gonna
start.
Daddy's coming
I've
home.
I've been quiet all night. You two drunken meatheads.
Hey, whoa.
All right.
If anything,
No.
I'm nothing but a meathead, right?
All right,
I'm
okay. We're gonna go straight to you because we gotta shut your ass up.
Yeah, you know who he is? He's Donatello from Ninja Turtles.
I know.
Shut up.
Hey, Knuckles, where can they find you at and what's your fail of the week? Go ahead. Come on, let's get it out of here.
So you already know what it is. It's Bloody Knuckles, aka the Gothic Gamer and your anime king. Twitter fingers, baby bot 24 2224. I don't know what the rest of the call me. I'm working on that goddamn Game of Thrones intro. Woo! But you can find me on Mixer, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.com at Bloody Knuckles, aka the O's is 0, the E's are 3, and it all ends in a Z. And make sure that y'all are subscribed to Salty because I'm over there on Thursdays with the TSGP crew. And make sure, especially you are following the Tick Games Network channel. I am an official partner with those guys with my boy JD as a co-host for the Otaku Fix, your one-stop shop for all things news, reviews, and previews of the Japanese subculture. And make sure you follow me because of the fact that I host a Smash podcast every Saturday at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Your one-stop corner for all things geeky goodness and nerdy news.
Nice. All right. And 100, where can they find you at and what's your fail of the week if you got one?
Damn, my fail of the week is I ain't get drunk tonight. I ain't get drunk on the podcast because shit, man, maybe I can talk for 35 minutes without breathing.
Hey, man, if you were drunk, you'd probably be able to keep up with me, boy.
You know what, Bloody? That's going to be another story.
Ándale, verga, no cochingo tuctada.
Oh, shit. He said that. He does shit. Okay, go ahead. What,
I'm going to leave it alone. I'm a gentleman and a scholar.
All right, we done here. Can we cut it right there?
No, we got live wire. We got live wire.
That's some bullshit if I ever caught.
We got live wire. Live wire. Our Donald Trump.
I got it. That's a red card on the play. That's a flag. Everything.
Jesus. Live wire. Our Donald Trump. Where can they find you at? Do you got a fail of the week?
Nah, I ain't think about it, so nah, nothing that stands out in my head right now.
All right, cool. Where can they find you at least?
Man, it's find me out on my channel where I attempt to put content on there from time to time. I ain't get drunk, so unfortunately I'm not as nice as y'all right now, but I'll get there.
I don't think I've been all that nice. I think I've been pretty feisty all night.
You've been feisty. Anyway, so as for me, it's K-Mega405, and you know how it is. If you guys are not playing any games, and if you ain't got to go to work tomorrow, 108 Dragons, 100, what the hell, and Livewire and Knuckles, what the hell you rather be doing tonight?
The dance off.
Hey! What, say it one more time for the public.
Pants off, dance off.
Hey!
And you know what? Bloody? Tell Knuckles how to do that, being that you be putting on more work. Facts.
To my main man Thomas Franks and to his lovely wife.
Improvement coming, baby. Trust me, you're gonna want to see what I got in the works.
Hey, to give a big shout out to Thomas Franks and his lovely wife for listening to the podcast. I hope you let your homegirls know this is true reality television, but we just talking about video games. Hey, Thomas Franks, your wife is listening.
Are we really television or are we more like nerdivision?
We whatever. But you know what? Tonight is the night. You need to get off that goddamn game. Y'all listen to the podcast long enough. And gentlemen, what Thomas Franks need to be doing tonight?
If you ain't doing that pants off, dance off, and you ain't playing no games, you better take your ass to bed.
Oh man, stop that shit. He needs to be doing that pants off.
I mean, if he ain't doing it and he ain't gaming, I mean, I'm doing what you tell me to do.
Donatello, shut up.
Yeah.
Oh,
God damn it. I got to get that stream.
Am I late for the podcast?
Immediately.
Whoa.
Immediately.
What the hell?
All right. So this is what it is right here. Thank you guys. I know again, I try to hit a certain time, but you know what? Talking about gaming,
man, we can't hit no time.
We just no mans tonight. Thank you guys. We just goddamn no mans. This is what it is. I've given up. I've given up on time restraints. Listen, the thing of it is right here is that thank you guys for rocking out with us as always. The GRG podcast will be back here next week. We're just a couple of episodes away from the 100th episode. So man, I gotta find something special. Gotta give giveaways. Jesse Noop, I have not forgot about you. I thought I was gonna get home a lot earlier, but I'm gonna get you that jump force right when I get off.
Us out on it because Bo Craig's like 3 hours later.
God damn, is it 3 hours? God damn.
Oh no, we keep it going. Don't worry about it.
Is Don in here? Is Don in here?
Did y'all just heard him? He said something. Am I late to the
Oh,
podcast?
shit. I didn't know Don was in here. Hey, man, we better get to some gaming. God damn.
I just give you guys crap, man.
You better bring your yak drinking milk ass into where we can do a Dev and a gamer here sometime. So anyway.
Hey, you know my number. Just give me a buzz, man. Make it happen.
Yeah, if I call you, I'm gonna call you.
That number's 8675309.
Anyway.
Oh man, I can tell someone's been drinking already.
Oh,
let's get going.
That crowd black. Anyway, thank you guys so much for rocking out with us.
Somebody just stab him and get drunk off the blood.
Are out. Hold on, because I can't be. I gotta hit the right buttons because if I hit the wrong buttons, y'all be saying some wild shit.
Who gave K-Mega buttons to hit?
Woo! Okay, that's one button. And here's the other button. Thank you. Good night. We're out.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.